Da 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 da. Greetings, everyone. We're back. Welcome to yet another exciting chapter of A Tale D20 Presents Descent into the Void, Campaign 2, where five friends journey together to tell a story of mythic proportions. We have been off for a little bit. I know we were over at Gen Con and we had vacations, and as you can see, Zeki is still traveling back from his vacation and cannot meet us today, so we wish him safe travels, and he may have a nice announcement to bring us next week, so stay tuned for that one. But before we begin, why don't we go ahead and just jump right into our Campaign 2 sponsors, brought to you by, as explained by our very own Travis, aka Zendark. So please take it away.
Oh, thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. And I'm pleased to share with you our two fabulous sponsors today. We have Advanced Level Up 5th Edition and Fantasy Grounds. So these two fantastic sponsors. So Level Up 5th Edition is supplemental content as well as some original feats and abilities for your characters and all of fifth edition included, so all of the SRD content is there, plus some unique features, and you will get to see some of them showcased here in this campaign. We've all unlocked destinies and some really awesome features, so can't wait to showcase some more of those today. And of course, our VTT of choice, Fantasy Grounds. We love them. We have our links below. We have them listed, so please check them out. They allow us to dive in and keep everything organized, categorized, and have our monsters, our encounters, our maps, everything all built and prepped, ready to go here on this wonderful platform and share with you all. So please check them out. We have our links in the description, and we'll actually, hold on, I'll post them right here in our chat for you. Fantasy Grounds, Level Up, and there you go. So go check them out. Back to you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Trav. Some brief announcements before we jump right into it, besides our sponsors, are just what's to come in the next few days. One, I believe September 1st or 3rd, September 4th, I think. That's Sunday. We are going to, some of us are heading over to Dragon Con. I know we're just a bunch of conners, so we're not going to have a session on that day, but we're going to do some cool things at Dragon Con, so stay tuned to the channel and the website, tale20s.com, for more details on that. And also, we may be having some new shows coming up. I'm not going to speak too much on them yet because we're just getting things on, but expect different games like Powered by the Apocalypse games and things like that that will be running on stream, so it should be an exciting time. I think other than that, I guess that's all for ATOD, but I just want to just quickly check in with you guys. Just want to know how your past week has been. I know we took a little bit off, but Declan, anything interesting going on?
I won an award.
Congratulations!
Oh,
Yes.
I'll just throw that out there.
congratulations.
I'll just throw that out there.
For sure.
Yeah, I've been real humble about the whole thing. So at Gen Con, the Critter Awards took place, and the show that I get to DM for, our podcast, won Best Script in podcast. So, which is class, because that's the vibe we go for. We go for audio drama rather than actual play. So, yes. Plus, I feel validated as a teacher. So, because that's what I teach. So, yes.
Oh, that's so fantastic. Great news.
Congratulations. That's awesome. Please check Declan out at D8 Dungeon, please. They are fantastic. Fantastic.
And you also had a wonderful charity wrap up recently too.
Yes.
And you surpassed your goals there.
Yes, we did. Yeah. We surpassed them to the matching tattoo part.
Wow,
yes.
did we?
Yes, we did. Thankfully, the greatest act of charity was the fact that the majority vote for what tattoo where Amber, the other organizer of our event, we're getting is left up to us. So we get to pick a character of our choice. So We don't have to get
So
a really-
dodged a
actually-
bullet there.
Oh, majorly. Hang on. Do I have? So, a member of our show, I think I have him. A cast member got these done for us because all our characters have tattoos from the goddess of love tattooed on their lower backs, and that's all I will say. You can infer what and where they're placed yourselves, but oh, it's stuck in the drawer. I don't know if this is going to appear, but this was potentially the abomination that we're going to be tattooed on me. It isn't, thankfully. But yeah, so we raised $3,380 for Trans Lifeline. Alongside some amazing DMs and players from all over the world.
Incredible,
Omar
incredible,
included.
incredible.
So we were
So
delighted.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Incredible.
It was such an awesome weekend.
That is amazing. That is awesome. Congratulations again, Declan, on everything that you've accomplished. Because well deserved. You are amazing. Anyone else have anything good going on? Anything that happened in the past week you want to just shout out? I'd like to give you, people love to hear about you.
Rachel, anything crazy?
I know Rachel has something going on.
You wrestling?
I'm always wrestling. You can. Hey, it wasn't last week, but if you want to know where I'm wrestling in the next time, DM me. I wrestle. I survived a tag match this week, just like a practice one. So I'm getting closer and closer every day to being able to suplex anyone I want, anywhere I want, anytime I want. Next Saturday, WrestleMania.
Be there, be square.
Nice.
Yeah.
Lovely. I am. Trust me. I'm going to be an avid fan coming to your shows.
Oh,
Don't
please.
you
It's
worry.
very silly.
I can't
Silly
wait.
geese stuff. I love it.
I see the pictures. I want to be in the presence of Charles Stunning.
They're also a wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They're pretty rad.
Pretty awesome peeps.
Pretty
Good to know.
pretty sparkly. Pretty deadly. Pretty
Aw.
sparkly. Pretty deadly. Charles Stunning.
Love it.
Love it.
Live. Yes. Anything up with you, Trav?
No, I'm the normie one in this week. I'm on the other end of that spectrum. So they're all being fabulous. I'm just keeping us grounded over here. Very calm, low key week. Just enjoying summer and preparing to set up and manage all of those games that you're talking about from your Gen Con and Dragon Con experiences. So I'm the grounded one of the group. So nothing crazy to write home about this week. Just excited to get back into it.
Yeah, we all need an operations manager, director. But no, awesome. All right, so by my count, that's all of the announcements. So
I think so.
why don't we just jump right in to this spooky, scary, intense, drama-filled chapter of Descent into the Void. Cue the intro. So, last time, MGUs, you had taken upon yourselves, or Dillahan had taken upon himself, to enlist you on a quest at the expedition board. It seemed that local towns around Roncalli towards the southwest of Corinth needed aid from spellbinders. These sentient gnolls were attacking, not being very aggressive at first, just stealing items. in the riches of these towns, who weren't very rich to begin with, but then it had escalated into now they were injuring and damaging property and citizens. As you had arrived after receiving your special wyverns, you had met with the mayor as well as his daughter, the Ravenshields, who had explained that the gnolls were attacking all of the Tri-Town area. You had met with Lillian Stormridge, leader of the town guard known as the Stormbringers, and it seems that she had captured a gnoll. Upon further investigation, you discovered that the gnoll has some sort of master, queen of sorts, as well as someone who was watching over them, a boss of sorts. Unable to discover anything more, you had you did discover the whereabouts of this location after peering into the mind of the gnoll and had a sense that it was in the Mystic Mountains, also known as the Vesper Hills. You were expecting a battle, and that night a battle did come upon Roncalli, but not before Dullahan went and spoke with Alara, the daughter of the mayor, Eliana, the daughter of the mayor, giving her a map to the location where the gnolls were, as it seemed that she was bloodthirsty and ready for revenge or for prestige. Then that evening, the gnolls attacked, and the party was slightly split, with Dullahan defending the townspeople in the middle of the town square, while the rest of you were on the outskirts trying to stop them from coming in, at which you were all successful. But as you had captured one of the gnoll captains, you had discovered something dark. It seemed that their master was a multi-headed dragon queen known as Tiamat, a dark, infernal deity, queen of the dragons. As the gnoll spoke the name, though, it seemed to have initiated some sort of mechanism that exploded the bodies of every single gnoll that was inside of Roncalli, dealing damage to the surrounding structures, injuring the citizens and yourselves, as Dullahan was barely able to survive the blast. But luckily, you all were able to use your aid and your spells and your medicinal abilities to heal the townspeople, lead them back to the mayor's lodge where they were all kept as the rest of the town was being rebuilt. You were given thanks, allotted as heroes, especially by the foul-mouthed Lillian Stormridge, who apologized for her treatment of you earlier. But that night, as you all slept, each of you, Zendaric weaving spells into your clothing for warmth, as you had discovered that the master of these gnolls was some sort of young white dragon. You had slumbered, but Zendaric had awoken suddenly, receiving a portent of Tiamat speaking with none other than Radaman. Seems that they were collecting shards of greed, as it was called, something needed to have Tiamat rise back up and return to the material planes, and she had already set these shards to those who would imbue it with the power needed to summon her once again. A scream was heard from the hallways as you all had awoken suddenly, where the mayor had appeared saying that his daughter had left, with a note saying she was heading to the Mystic Mountains to battle these gnolls. So, MGUs. You all kind of wiped the cold out of your eyes, tired, and tried to wake up as you can hear Aldrich Ravenshield, the mayor, just panting heavily, standing before you with his short stature and his gray hair disheveled. MGUs, please, you have to save Ileana. She's all I have. She can't survive out there alone. Not only the gnolls, but what of the afflicted? What do you all do next?
he like busted into our room,
Yes.
like when we were sleeping. Okay, I'll be like, what, what are you talking about? Where is Ileana? Where did she go? What do you mean afflicted? And I like start to get up.
She said she was heading to the mountain. She's all about just trying to return the honor of the Raven Shield. I don't even know how she knew where to go. And he pants heavily with a look of worry and scared on his face.
I'll look to the others and I'll say, perhaps we can find her from the skies. Call your wyverns. What path could we have taken?
Yeah. Ink is like getting things together, like waking up Big Steve and just like packing. Suddenly, just like, okay, everybody, make sure we got everything. While we're gathering information.
Got it. Yeah, Ink, you go and gather things all you can, get in your bags. Big Steve hurries behind you, is alert after the loud banging noise that the mayor did entering your room, sticking close to your side.
And I cast Mage Hand to help me do it.
Certainly.
Nabbed some Mage Hand. Level up.
Yes.
Level up.
To remind you all are now officially level 5.
Yay!
This many.
So we'll see all the things that you've chosen as we continue. But
Going to the mayor who's like in a panic, I'll try and like calm him down, and I want to say to him, like, how could she even know where to go? Calm yourself, please. Tell us everything that you know, so that way we can perhaps retrace her steps.
I don't know. Here's a letter, and he goes out and brings out a parchment with a scribbled letter on top of it, on it, that reads, I am going to return the honor of the Raven Shield. Father, I know that you don't care, but we were heroes, prestigious, and look where we are now. Just cast a size into the bottom of Corinth. I will exact our revenge on the Knolls. Those heroes, they did us a service. Thank Doulahan for me. I know exactly what I need to do.
Oh, Eliana, you are dead to me.
After reading that, I'm gonna turn around and be like, Doulahan, what does she mean by thank Doulahan? Where does she go? Where did you tell her?
I know what path she's taken. If you want to catch her, I suggest we make haste now, as opposed sitting here and dwelling on mistakes.
Well, we are absolutely going to put a pin in this part of the letter, Dullahan. Just gonna put a pin in it. Just a pin. Let's go.
I also have gathered all of our shit and let's go.
Let's get on these wyverns. Yeah.
Alrighty. Please, do whatever you can. She's all I have. Please, MGUs, save us. You're my only hope. As you all make your way outside, passing the refugees who are sleeping on the floor, just they rouse up. What's going on? As you make your way past them, throughout the doors and the outside, the snow is starting to fall down thick. Like you can see every single fractal, as detailed and beautiful as it falls into the ground. Frost in the air, just giving you a slight shiver.
Not really though. Because of my advanced 5th edition level up advanced 5th edition feat, where I have mended a warming ability into all of our clothing. So your should we need to make constitution savings throws, you get an additional expertise. So I'm assuming in normal, just slightly chilled weather, you feel like a enchanted warm coming from your layers.
Sully follows in tow as well. All right, then, we gotta go, right?
Yeah. Um, and we can telepathically connect with our wyverns, right? Is that
Yep.
what we said?
It seems like, yeah, you call them and they all appear in their own magical ways.
I will hold my hand up and shoot up sort of like a mini firework as I call for Allure to come.
Okay. And Laura, as the fireworks shoots up, once again another shimmering like mirage appears as she phases into existence right next to you, landing in the courtyard.
I'll scritch her neck and I'll say, "Sorry to wake you, my dear, but a child needs us." And I will jump on her back.
Okay.
Yeah, Ink sings a song that said the Bring Sonata. I didn't have time to think of the song, but it's just a little ditty, and Sonata appears.
A little moonlight.
a little motif,
A
like
little
a little
moonlight sonata.
little moonlight, little moonlight sonata. Yeah, exactly. And then Sonata lilts their way through the air and lands in front of me.
Lovely.
A beautiful being. I'm really gonna put over my wyvern more than anything. I think she's gorgeous.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I think Dullahan sheepishly amidst the company just exhales like a cold breath as he thinks of Ire, and it's that thing where his breath mingles with Ire's as it just emerges from just the snow and the ice, as if it was just manifested by the wind, and just kind of like presses his forehead to her forehead and then climbs on top.
Oh, love it, love it. All right, and so they also summons his wyvern as it appears from the shadows, pulling out like a pool from the ground, stepping up with just a flowing sheet of shadows off of its wings. All right, let's go, as he mounts and begins to ascend.
Yeah.
All right. So, you're looking for. You're heading. Where are you heading?
So we got a map from that knoll
Yeah.
that we did not interrogate, and Zendaric kind of because that's that might be where Eliana, because Dullahan drew it out. So because he knows exactly where Eliana is going and how she's going there, so he might take the charge on leading the group and the wyverns through. I think Ire being a frost wyvern as well, it's that sort of like natural
In the
habitat.
element. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And yeah, we're gonna try and follow that same path. With Dullan specifically looking for markers that Zendaric had maybe pointed, that he had drawn on the map. So he's looking for those, all the while kind of scanning below, looking for any sign of Eliana, that absolute snitch.
So you all ascend, go flying into the air, warmed by the spell that Zendaric has weaved into your clothing. As taking point, Dullahan, you and I begin surveying, heading towards the west, where you can see the beautiful mountainscapes of the Mystic Mountains in the background get closer and closer as you speed ahead. Go ahead and, since you're leading the pack, Dullahan, roll me at advantage a survival check to see if you can find your way or find her.
Not a thing he's particularly good
Actually,
at.
I would also say perception check would work too if you rather that one, if that's better.
19 on the survival.
You can take that number and apply it to a perception if you prefer, because you're looking.
Yeah, then it would be 22.
22. Very nice. Okay. All of you fly for about half an hour. You're not sure when she left. You slept for about 6 hours or so before being woken up early. So at any point she could have made her way. But hopefully, with the speed of with your wyverns, you hope to see if you could spot her. After about half an hour of full speed flying, you notice Dullahan, down below, a figure, a tiny figure surrounded by 4 black figures around it, almost like shadows. From this height, you can't quite make it out, but it definitely seems that someone is in danger as they are surrounded.
Dullahan's going to let out kind of a sharp whistle to the others, and kind of gesture below, and then immediately send Ire straight down.
Okay. So as you go ahead and shoot down, the rest of you following as well?
Yes, unless
yeah.
you need us to make a check to notice anything.
No. Dullahan pointing it out, you can easily see exactly what the creatures are. As you all descend sharply, getting closer and closer to the figure, you can tell, yes, this is a fully armored Eliana, as she is surrounded with her sword up by 4 afflicted that are making their way closer to her. She's going ahead and swinging and attacking and parrying, but they are outnumbering her in the process, as you can now hear over the sounds of the winds as you're sharply cutting through her screams and her sounds of battle, like, get away, get away! What do you all do?
Do the afflicted, can I roll a perception to see, do they look like monstrously larger, or is it something that like we could fight off, or is it seem so dangerous that we should just try and grab her?
You, without a check, you can tell that they are like the humanoid sides. Go ahead and roll me a insight check, please.
Insight, okay. 25.
25. They seem like lower tier afflicted, not like big monstrosities, just like the normal riffraff that seem to peer out in the Mystic Moors.
I will telepathically like fly a little bit closer and push that into Ink and Dullahan's mind that they seem weaker, and then do like a thumbs up, thumbs down, like should we fight them or just scoop her? Like fight these monsters or just grab her? Like above board, like do you guys want to fight or do you want to just run?
No.
Ink makes the intimation of like going
Like just scoop them?
scoop.
Okay.
I ain't ready for no afflicted.
Okay.
That's scary.
I'll say, okay. I'll shout out, like, make a distraction, and I'd like to wait for my companions to, like, realize I said that, and then fly close to her, Eliana, and then I'm gonna shout out, like, to her, accept my pull, like, accept my command, and I will try and vortex warp her onto the back of Allure, but she has to willingly fail it.
Okay. You fly down, yelling out to Eliana, who turns like you, says, "What? Oh, you? No, I can handle this. I can do this. I am strong. They are nothing." And she seems like she's not going to accept it, though she will still have to make a roll if you want to force it.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, you know, accept my pull. We're here to help. And I'll cast Vortex Warp. She has to make a Constitution saving throw, DC 16.
Okay.
Oh, please fail. Oh, please fail. Get on this wyvern.
She has
Don't
a
be-
plus
don't-
2 to this.
Don't be a fool. Don't be a fool, child.
Dirty 20.
You feel like this, like, pulling magic sort of, like, swirls around her, and it's, like, about to, like, yank her, and she just, like, cuts it away, and the, like, purple aura dissipates. And I'll shout out to Ink. She's resisting. Or I'll shout out to my companion. She's resisting. And mark off my second level spell slot.
You know, if it had worked, it would have saved us a lot of heartache and a lot of, oh boy, this baby bean. Ink, what are we gonna do, bud? What's our plan?
If you are willing to want to attack them and go in attack, I would have to have you all roll initiative. If not, let me know what you want to do.
Could like, honestly, I am fighting every urge right now to go down, beat the living crap out of the afflicted, and then beat the living crap out of Eliana. But could like seeing her resist, like seeing Zendarik try and like pull her magically, even. Is it possible for Ire to fly low and just grab her with their talons, like in their back legs, and just?
Sure, I would say, let's look up. Let me pull up the Wyvern stat right quick. I'm gonna have Ire roll me a athletics check to see if it can grab without like damaging or doing anything against it. And Ire has a +4, so you can roll me a d20 +4 and see if you're able.
Okay. Boop-a-doop. Oh, hang on. 4. Turn that off. Okay, and then throw a d20. Nat 20.
Oh, beans.
+4, 24.
Oh, beans.
Yes.
Oh, beans and cornbread. Babies. Delicious, delicious.
Ire swoops down, and you just hear Eliana go, "I got this! I will show why the Raven Shield are to be feared. I will whoop!" As she's just scooped up in a second by Ire and flies up. And also because it's in that 20, they don't even get opportunity attacks because they weren't even ready. So Ire does not take 4 opportunity attacks from this. Instead, as she picks up and continues to ascend quickly, as you see as these plant-like zombie creatures try to make an attack, but completely swing and hit nothing but snow and air. As you can just hear, "Let me go! Let me go! Let me go!" Her legs just flapping on inside the talons of Ire.
With kind of over the wind and the snow, and Dylan just shouts out, "I got her," and kind of comes straight back up. Yeah, he's just going to ignore her for the time being. He's just, yeah. Oh, it's not like getting confronted with your own self. Like, Eliana is pretty much Dullahan. So he's just gonna block that out for a little bit.
Right. You kind of hear shouting, "Okay, I'm fine. Can you let me down?" "Well, no, not let me down. Can you bring me up? Can you bring me up or land or something? Hello?"
Can we fly like 5 minutes away, like, or like in a, just like in a, not near these afflicted, to like
Yeah.
a space where if something were to charge at us, we could fly away quickly?
Certainly.
Right from the air, you just yell, "I don't know. Maybe we should just get all the way back to camp. Somebody did say no to being vortexed out of danger. I'm just saying. I don't know."
What do you guys do? Find a clearing, or
Yeah, I think best to find, because I assume Ire can't carry her like this for an extended period of time. So, yeah.
Okay. You're easily able to find a clearing, small, like a marsh, located in the Mystic Moors. As you land next to it, looking around, doesn't seem that there are any afflicted or any dangers by as like the sun is just starting to rise up above the horizon, casting a kind of golden illumination on the savannah. As Ire then releases Eliana, she kind of gets up and dusts herself off. Thanks. I didn't need the help, but thanks, I guess.
Do you know how worried sick your father is? You're out in the wilderness fighting afflicted and plan to go against all of these gnolls yourself alone? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that I wish to return the Ravenshield name back to its former glory. We were heroes.
Eliana, I'm going to stop you right there. Because you know what? This proves, this action, your reckless, thoughtless behaviors, your petulant inability to listen to clearer heads will make your legacy that of a fool, not a hero. Running off by yourself, acting tougher than you are, does not make you a hero. It makes you a petulant child. And as a petulant child, it is our duty to bring you back to your father, and you pray that that man is merciful. You had him worried sick. You absolute kindergartner.
She stands there just aghast, with a mouth agape. Look, I don't know who you are. You don't know who I am. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know the legacy that I am trying to protect. Just don't take me back to my dad. Let me take me with you. I can be of help. I know this area. I've been to the Vesper Hills. I mean, not all the way inside, but I can help. I just want to bring honor back to the Ravenshield family. Please, don't take me back.
Do you think that you'll bring honor back to your family if we had to bring back your body?
Yeah, a corpse is not very honorable, especially a corpse that could have been avoided.
But
how much glory and fame are you going to bring from the Vesper Mountains that you've never been in? We're not saying that you can't help, but there is a time and a place. And as Ink is saying, you are only proving to put yourself and others in danger by acting out. You are strong and can be strong, but there is...
But you are a liability in this current attitude state that you have decided to dwell in.
She goes ahead and clutches the pendant around her neck. Okay. Alright, look, I'm sorry. Yes, what I did was stupid. I just really thought I could help. I wanted to prove that I could be like you spellbinders. The Ravenshield name is not something that to be stepped upon and spat at. That we're not just some country bumpkins. We were honorable knights, noble men. We worked for the pontifex themselves. Now look what we've been casted. Just appeased as a mayor of a small town. That's not what I want for me. And the only way I can prove to my father is if I can show him that I can do this. Please, take me with you. We're not too far away from the Mystic Mountains. Let's find these gnolls. Isn't that why you told me? Isn't that why you believe in me, Dullahan? As she runs on over to Dullahan with large eyes.
Dullahan listened incredibly, boy, do Ink and Zendaric's words hurt. And they weren't said at him. But he's kind of gotten quite hot around the ears and the face. Like, it's just, there's shame kind of bubbling up. And as Eliana approaches, because she's not going to listen to words. She's not going to listen to what they have to say. And they are correct, and he knows they're correct. As she kind of runs at him, kind of pleading, he is just going to hold out his left hand, he's just going to hold it out to his side, and he is going to summon his double-bladed scimitar, and he is going to ready an attack to knock her on her ass the second she gets within 5 feet of him.
She walks up within 5 feet. Don't you
Okay,
understand?
Yeah. Can I sweep
Yeah.
the leg? I'm not aiming to like maim her or hurt her or anything like that, but it is just that thing of you need to confront your worst qualities to get stronger, and she's not doing that. And Dullahan has to do it, so yeah, he is going to sweep the leg.
All right, roll an attack, please.
Okay.
Righteous.
And I use one of my abilities from Level Up.
Yeah, which one are you using?
I took the Burst of Strength as one of my soldiering knacks that I have, and it allows you to spend an exertion point to add your proficiency bonus to a strength check, even if you've already added proficiency bonus to that check. So just to kind of maintain that this is going to be something that he is going to definitely, hopefully try and do, I'll be adding an extra 3 to this roll.
Nice. Okay, so you pushed yourself even further.
Okay. And that's another nat 20. Oh, good God.
Wow. Get 'em all
Wow,
down.
way to make a point.
The dice
yes.
agree that this is important. That is amazing. Amazing.
Just with the you're confronting not just Eliana, but an aspect of yourself, and with just pinpoint precision, you sweep her off her feet, twisting and furling as she goes, "Ah!" Oof, landing on the ground. Ah! What the fuck was that for?
You are not ready. This isn't your moment, Eliana. You charge into the Vesper Hills, the mountains, you take on the gnolls, you take on the afflicted. You are going to die. And with your death, your family's line is over. Your attempt to make something of yourself is lost. There is nothing after you. This isn't it. Wake up. You have potential. And there's a moment where Dullahan flashes back to a similar thing with Faustus a couple of years ago in his early days of his training and just not getting things right, and a very similar heart-to-heart with his mentor. And he pulls on those words. That's where he's drawing this from. I gave you that map not to charge headfirst into this, because I thought if we didn't come back, that you could stand as a last effort against the tide of the gnolls and make something of yourself. Right now, you are all that remains of your family's lineage, and you stand here and you tell us that you want to redeem yourself, redeem your name. That means nothing. That actions, Eliana. Your actions speak volumes. And as my friend, and Dullahan points over towards Ink, as they've said, right now, you are acting like a child. This isn't about you. This is about all of those people from your village, your father, the guards, the refugees, all of them. You stand up for them. Not for yourself and not for your name. You stand for them. If you come with us, you are going to die. And there is no one to defend them. There is no one to change your family's destiny. Because that stops with you. Is that what you want? You want to be a blemish, forgotten in a generation, remembered only as a folly. You have to choose, Eliana. I'm not going to stop you coming with us. But if you come, you will die.
Roll me a persuasion check. I'll give you advantage.
Oh, please not 20. Please not 20.
Oh my god, 3 in a row.
Persuasion.
I
Okay.
got something good, something good.
Oh, double 15, so 16 in total.
16.
Or 30.
Or 30, I think.
Yeah, if you really if it's two
you're
of
really
the
thinking
same,
about it, yeah.
it's actually you add them.
Yeah. Yeah.
She turns and looks at you, and you could see the wheels are spinning in her head. A realization, and she goes ahead and clutches the necklace. Okay. Maybe you're right. I just want to prove to everyone that our name is not lost. We are the proud warriors that we were. But if powerful spellbinders like yourself suggest that I go back, then I guess. And as she's about to, it seems, acquiesce, she suddenly clutches the necklace around her neck, and you just hear her go, ah! As she falls to one knee and just holding her chest and holding her chest tightly.
What? 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 Can I do something? Can I notice what is happening? I need a skill. What is happening?
Would you like to roll?
Can we tell that she's grabbing her necklace or is she grabbing her chest, it looked like?
It looks like she's grabbing her necklace.
Oh gosh.
I'll take a step forward and say, did they hit you? Did the afflicted get you?
No, it just and then well, any other rolls before she makes her next comment, or anyone do anything else?
Dolan is just kind of like just gonna reach for her, like just to see. Again, it's that sort of instant sort of. Is she hurt? And like
Yeah.
she kind of grab her.
Okay. Dullahan, as you go ahead and try to grab her and you touch her, you are shot out of your body for an instant. Like your mind escapes as you appear in what looks to be a complete black room for just a second. And all you see are just 5 sets of eyes. And you see just glowing in the darkness, and Eliana clutching her necklace on the ground, and a voice that echoes for just a second. As you is pulled back in that moment, and she goes, ah! And she kind of catches herself. I'm fine. Just, no. I need to go. I understand what you're saying, Dullahan. But I need to help you. I won't do anything stupid. But this is something that I must do.
Nope. You seem to be having a medical crisis. No. We're taking you back to camp. Bye. Yeah, you're out. Sorry. That's my vote. You're out. No. Everything you're doing here, fishy as hell. Bye.
You can't stop me. I'll go on my own if I have to.
Okay, then you're gonna die. Have fun dying. Have fun. You know what? Actually, Dullahan, you kind of had the right of it, but you also had the wrong of it. You know, her father could have more children. So, maybe the line dies for a second with this idiot here. But then, your dad can always just have another kid, keep the line going, and maybe raise a smarter one.
How fucking dare you? As she snaps off. Anyone trained in Arcana?
Me.
Yeah.
Okay, those of you trained in Arcana feel a wave of dark energy waft as she goes, I can do this myself! I don't need you and your stupid spellbinders and your dumb school. I am a Raven Shield, and I'm gonna go off on my own. And her entire demeanor just seems to shift.
I would like to call for, in my mind, I call for Allure, and I want Allure to go opposite her and like spread her wings and sort of like cage her in.
Ooh,
And
yeah.
I will pick up, as I call for this, I'll like pick up some of this snow and throw it, and I would like for it to sort of create a cube around her, and I want to try and hex break. I want to hex break her locket. Because I think we would all notice this demeanor shift and change in the aura, especially since you said we're Arcana trained. And I'd like to try and like start a hex break.
Okay, go ahead and roll me that hex break check, please.
You're going nowhere, Allure! And then she'll like appear like a mirage around here and like fade into existence. And I'll like throw the snow and cast the hex break, or attempt to. Natural 20 for 28.
We're gonna
Yes!
Ariana's ass.
So, Allure.
Delicious.
Allure cuts in front, just standing there. Her beautiful wings, butterfly-like wings, blocking Eliana. As Eliana turns, what are you doing? As you instantly stick out your hand and connect. Yes, there's a dark, nefarious energy emanating from her necklace. As you go ahead and connect with your hand out, the necklace flies up underneath her tunic and her chainmail, floating up. It is what looks to be a large, like a coin-sized circle attached to a golden necklace that looks to have a latch to it. As it opens up, a shadow begins to shoot out of it, surrounding you, Zendaric, and all you hear are just sounds of a snarling dragon.
Who dares interrupt the Beelment? Who dares?
As a dragon's maw just completely opens up, it forms a dragon's head and swallows you whole, but dissipates into shadows and dust. As as Eliana goes, my head! She falls down to the ground, just unconscious.
Can a quick medicine check to make sure she's still breathing? Or can you just tell if she's alive?
You can tell, yeah, she's alive.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'll take my fingers off of her neck. She's still breathing. But what the fuck was that? Did you say she passed out?
Yeah, she's unconscious at this point.
Okay. There was a darkness.
Oh, you bet.
There was a major darkness, consuming her. I have never seen something like that. Actually, no, that darkness reminds me. That darkness reminds me of the vision. The voice. I don't know what this means yet. I'm just gonna like grab my forehead and start like thinking through and try and connect the pieces.
What do you guys do? As the snow falls on top of Eliana, you all can feel that dark presence fading away. It seems to have been successfully hexbroken, but you can't shake the feeling of something sinister lurking.
Well, at the very least, let's get her back home.
Yeah.
When I reached for her, and like Dullen, he's pale anyway. Now he's like a couple of shades paler since the interaction or since that moment. I was here, but Zendarik, I don't know. You've told us about the dream, right? Yeah. Is it possible that that creature, wherever it is, could have been trying to manipulate Eliana into her actions? I understand. I thought I understood what she was trying to do. That's why I gave her a copy of the map. But I think whatever it is, this Tiamat, I think it might have been trying to manipulate her into going to the mountains.
I mean, think of our other members at the school, warlocks and even some clerics that have patrons and packs. There are beings that help and hinder and manipulate from great distances. That power was enveloped around her, and we took that necklace off of her, or I take it off of her.
Okay.
This necklace was a catalyst of great evil, or great influence. That creature, for certain, could have been pushing her.
That would
The
explain
necklace-
the lack of logic in the "I must bring honor to my name" deal.
I think so.
Is the necklace is it just like a thing with a little stone at the end of it, or is it more like a locket that?
Yeah, it's a locket, I should say. And if you wish to open it up, you will see that there is a picture of what looks to be a raven on top of a shield and in a very majestic pose, similar to that of the crest of the raven shield that you saw back at the Mayor's Lodge.
I don't know if this itself, levitated off of her and around her and was the source of the cloak, so maybe someone... this looks like a family heirloom or something her father would have given her, but maybe there's more to it. We need to find out who gave her this jewelry and see if that's connected, or if just by coincidence she was afflicted or chosen, or who knows what, but...
So we take her back and we press her father for more information,
I guess.
or do we venture into the mountains?
We should get her back. So let's just, as the elders like to say, squish two bugs with one rock, you know?
Okay. Yeah, I don't think we're that far from it, camp. Especially if we can beeline it. We don't have to spend as much time searching. So, you said it was about 30 minutes?
Yeah, about 45 minutes at this point away.
So, maybe flying back directly would only take like 15 or 20.
Oh, no, flying back with that. If not, it would take you a couple hours if you were walking.
Yeah, no, I meant because we were searching as we were flying, so I figured if we were flying directly without searching, we could drop her off quickly. Whatever, it doesn't matter. We need to for 15 or 20 minutes. We have time, yeah. So, but yeah, let's sort of pack her up and go back, figure out a little bit more information, but then set off. Is what I think we should do.
Yeah, I want to personally tie this child to a post.
Yeah, okay.
I want to ensure that all of her weaponry is taken from her and she cannot pull this again. I don't think she's going to, but I feel a deep responsibility for the well-being of this one. very suddenly. I don't know why.
Yes, let's take her back then.
All right. Sounds like you are heading back to Roncalli.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you go ahead, and who's taking Eliana? Delana, you take.
I'll take Eliana. You start one little fire and suddenly it's your problem.
Well, it's mostly I think you're the strongest of us, and the ink could not lift anyone. Ink is not a very weak baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he will. Yeah, he'll place Eliana on Ire and then follow the others back to the village.
All right. Mounting your wyverns and placing Eliana safely upon Ire, you all ascend, escaping into the clouds above, and heading directly towards the town of Roncalli. It doesn't take you very long, 20 minutes to get there, as you land at the courtyard where you see the mayor's courtyard. As you see him run out after hearing the sounds of your wyverns land, busting through the door. MGUs, did you? Oh my God, Eliana! Oh my goodness! Oh my gods! And runs up towards Delahan's wyvern Ire.
We have some things to discuss. Dullahan's going to bring her inside, and Ink's going to make sure she's well kept, as I wink. I'm going to say, I'm going to hold out the locket and ask him, do you recognize this?
Yes, that's a family heirloom. It's been passed down from generations to generations, even to the first Raven Shield. I gave it to her when she was a child. Why?
You gave it to her when she was a child.
Yes, it was mine, and I passed it down to her.
Has anyone touched it or taken it or cleaned it, perhaps? Or as we make our way into the house, I'll be quite frank with you. This locket was a catalyst for some dark magic influencing her.
Dark magic, by the gods! But no, no one's that I know has handled it. I mean, Eliana loves to go out on her adventures. I can't. Not that I know of.
Does he seem genuinely shocked, or can I see if there's any hesitation or?
Sure, roll me an insight check.
14.
Yeah, he seemed genuine. He does seem very shocked by hearing this
Okay.
news, or confused.
There was a malevolent force seeping out of her, manipulating her, asking her to push deeper into the woods and make her way to the mountains. And when we tried and successfully pushed against it, it was unhappy and it felt like a dark explosion.
What does that mean?
We are uncertain and still trying to figure it out ourselves, but you should be calm. I think we have severed that connection. We're not 100% certain, but we felt the darkness fade. But until we understand the source of this, we cannot relax. We must stay ever vigilant. And you must ensure that she has someone watching her 24 hours until we understand more.
You're right. I'll watch over. Lillian, she can handle all the things in the town. I'll stay. I'll stay with my daughter. She's going to awake soon.
I think she is just in a slumber.
sleeping. Okay. Okay. Just can you help me bring her to her bedroom? It's right over here. As he points towards the upstairs and points to a corner room.
Sure, certainly.
Thank you.
I'm gonna look at Ink, and I'm gonna say in your mind, let's see if there's something in her room that could perhaps, like, clue us into this behavior. Maybe there's something we could find. Sure, we'll all help you. Delhan, let me grab her feet, and I'll, like, help you bring her up.
Yeah. I think.
Yeah.
I think I have the ability to speak back telepathically. I
Oh.
think. What? Yeah. I think it's my heritage that lets me do that.
Oh.
Yeah, you can speak telepathically to any creature 30 feet of you that you can see. And so, just all of a sudden, like, Zendarik, who's just been communicating telepathically this whole time and, like, looks at Ig for, like, a sign or, like, a little facial thing, just goes, yes, we should sleuth about in the room. In your mind, I go, yeah, pick this up along the way.
See, like, a shocked face, but, like, a nod of, okay. So let's take her to her room, and also, I don't know, depending on how the dad is, like, if he's being awkward, I'll, like, I don't want to, move her shit on her desk. You know what I mean? Like, start going through. I'm not gonna, like, rummage directly, but I'm gonna, a little bit more than nonchalantly check her space.
Sure. So you all you assist in carrying Eliana up to her room. Her room is not very descriptive. There's it's just a table, a desk, the crest of the Raven shield upon her wall, a window, and a closet full of armors and weapons. You place her right here in this bed here, as you guys place her carefully onto the bed. And Zendarik, you can go ahead and roll me an investigation check if you wish to kind of
Yeah, absolutely.
survey and inspect.
22. Oh, what's this notebook?
A 22. You begin going through the things, and it seems like he's just the mayor's just focused on his daughter right now. And you begin inspecting all the papers that are sprawled around her desk. There's one thing that comes up of interest, a sort of a receipt. It seems that she had about a month ago. Well, about 3 weeks ago, took her locket for cleaning at a nearby town, actually the town of Merville.
Okay, interesting. I'm going to grab that piece of paper, grab that receipt.
Okay. He doesn't. You don't even have to roll sleight of hand. He's not paying attention as you go ahead and
Yeah,
grab it.
I figured he's like
Yeah.
doting over his daughter, so.
Now, Mr. Mayor, I do have a question. We have not known Ilyana for a particularly long time, but had you noticed any sort of shift in Ilyana's behavior? Do you happen to know when that occurred, or if you noticed at all? We just kind of want to get an idea of what's going on, how this dark magic could have imbued itself into her life. So I'd love to sort of get a recount of just, the past couple months here, any occurrences of note.
He turns around slightly. You can see the tears falling down his face as he wipes them. His eyes red and puffy. Yes. Let me think. Well, yes. 3 weeks ago or so, she had returned from one of her normal adventures, going around finding quests. She does help the people of the area very much so. And when she did, she was different. She seems more headstrong, more foolhardy. I just chalked it up to teenage angst, but I don't know. There was something that just rubbed me the wrong way, but after my wife died. It's been hard raising Eliana on my own, and I don't get teenagers. No offense. Well, you're all young adults, but so I thought that she would just get over it, and then she just got worse and worse. Always wanted to run headfirst into battle, fighting the gnolls, and now this. I thought I was losing my little girl.
And another question: do you happen to have a key that would lock up this closet full of weapons, just for the time?
Oh, yes. I can lock everything up and keep it secure.
Let's maybe get all the weapons out of reach of our little friend here. I think that would be a good idea. As like Ink is having this conversation with the mayor, reaches out telepathically to Zendaric and goes, "Find anything in where you're at?"
Yes. A receipt of someone who's polished the jewelry in a few towns over.
Huh. Well, ain't that, as the elders like to say, a pisser.
Anything else? Is there anything else in this room sort of like would stand out as odd for someone her age?
Still keeping her at 22. No, everything seems to be pretty normal. From what you understand of Eliana, like there's a lot of like tips and tricks on how to fight. She doesn't have a diary or anything that you happen to find. Just the only thing that just kind of speaks is the necklace, and you're wondering times that she would have given it up or given to someone. Just this receipt.
I'm going to, after I pocket the receipt and put it away, I'm going to come back to the mayor and say, would it be all right? I know that this is a family heirloom, but given the circumstances, I feel as if this might still have a piece of residual arcana, and I would like to investigate it and perhaps have someone at our university or the Citadel look into it. I know how important this is to you, so I will return it or send a school courier. Is that all right with you?
Not even looking at you, just still looking down at Eliana. Yes, if whatever it takes, I trust you. You have done us so many services and protected our town. Please just help my daughter.
Fantastic. I will put her locket in a separate, like, little satchel that I have and put that in my backpack.
Sure. Right in your inventory that you have the Raven Shield locket.
Okay.
Okay. So, as he's slumped over, just crying over his daughter, "Oh, my poor girl, my sweet girl. What do you all wish to do next?"
I think we've done everything that we can here. We're going to set off Mare and make our way through the hills. Keep her safe.
Okay. Aldrich whispers, I will. Oh, and then discontinue just to, if anything else said to him, he kind of just nods or just continues to go and coddle his daughter.
Okay. I'll make my way downstairs.
Making your way downstairs.
First lock in hand.
I'm I'm trying my hardest not to like Baldur's Gate 3 be like and take cheese from his house and take a mug and take take this rug that I don't need, a book on the table.
Looting this poor man.
Yeah. Ink is going to follow behind Zen. And when we get to the first floor, Ink is going to reach into their tan bag of tricks and pull out a little fuzzball. And throw that little fuzzball, and it is going to turn into a black bear.
Oh my god.
So there's now a nice little friendly black bear that is in this lobby, in this foyer, and it can obey like the simplest of commands, and the command is, "No one leaves this house," and like pets the brown bear and just like lets it know that like it's on guard duty. Like Ink does not want the mayor or his daughter leaving the house, and if they try, this black bear is going to try and stop them.
Okay. The bear appears at the from a small puff ball with its black fur and shiny, and because it is magical in a sense. After nuzzling you a little bit, you get this understanding that it comprehends and turns around as a refugee is like, "Excuse me," and goes to walk out the door. It just runs in front and blocks the door, stopping the refugee. Whose pet is this? It won't let me leave.
Oh, sorry. Just like Ink walks over and like grabs sort of like the scruff, like not hard or anything, but just kind of like this bear doesn't have a collar and kind of goes, just the residents of if they don't live here, they can leave. It's fine.
It steps back.
You're very good. You're a very good bear.
Thank you. The guy runs out of the house.
Sorry. Apologies. I still working out how to effectively commune with a magical appearing fuzzball animal.
But you get the sense for the most part, if the mayor or his daughter leaves, the bear will. How long does the bear last?
Next dawn.
Oh, it'll be there all day.
Yep.
Got it. Alrighty. So, although a lot of the people are off-put by the large bear that's all going around the foyer, seeing that you have summoned it, they leave well alone and just make their way around, just gathering things as they wake up after the commotion that the mayor set and then you all set earlier during the day. What would you like to do next?
Well, I feel a lot more comfortable leaving the situation now that there's a bear here. So, do we want to go run a reconnaissance game on the mountains?
I think that it was a smart idea, Ink, to leave a guardian. So hopefully that will calm them down.
Sorry, if I could have chosen what form it was gonna take, I would have. But you know, it's the nature of the beast bag. Like,
nature of the beast bag. I think so. Dillahan, do you have anything else that we potentially should do? I know that our mission was to head out in this dawn, so we're just setting out a little bit earlier. Any last thoughts?
Yeah, no, I think if the locket and the receipt and stuff has been kind of communicated to Dylan, he's very much in the mindset of there's no point diving headfirst into the mountains when there's somebody else playing this game as well. So he wants to find out who's pulling those strings as much as the rest of y'all.
Okay, so then let's take us. So after we leave the house and we're about to get on our wyverns, I'll pull out and I'll say, as we were scanning through the room, I found this, and it is a receipt. She went to a jeweler in, I forget the
Merville.
whatever that's Merville here, and it says that a jeweler serviced her locket. So this to me is quite interesting, and it aligns very closely to the time frame that he mentioned to Ink when he was asked. They were asking about where she's been and what's been going on with her over the past few weeks. So, and then I'll hand over the receipt to you to take a look at.
Do we know how far Merville is?
So on your wyvern, you could probably get to Merville within perhaps a couple hours. Well, it's about a half a day's travel on normal by foot. So on your wyvern's probably like a couple hours to get there. Maybe faster if you really push it. The receipt does said that it is Sunset Jewel Cutters, and it is
Sunset
and is in Merville. And if you recall, Merville is one of the three towns, Roncalli, Merville, and Summerfield, that asks for this. They're like three towns that make up one, I guess, super town, if you call it, city. Borough.
Metropolis area.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's sort of convenient. I think, yeah, maybe we should head there. Actually, as we pull up the map, is Merville like, I mean, it sounds Merville, sounds like it's on the coast, away from the mountains, but I don't know. Like, do we know where it is in relation to where the mountains are?
Yeah. So, remember, Roncalli was in the middle. Summerfield was closer to the mountains, and to the right, which would be closer to the inner of Corinth, would be Merville. So you would have to go out your way, but you would just double back, if that's what you wanted to do.
We probably could make it there before, in time for lunch. We're probably only like 3, maybe 4 hours out, I guess. And it's like early. He woke us up, so it's like, what, like 6 in the morning? You said
Yeah.
dawn just broke.
Yeah.
So we could potentially get there by like 10 or 11. You think that's the plan, team?
Yeah. Let's go. There's a mystery afoot.
Sully, what do you think?
I think we should probably do whatever the group agrees with. I mean, the locker seems pretty important. Perhaps maybe will give us a hint on what we'll find over in the Vesper Hills.
Yeah. Why would someone want Ilyana to go there? You know, I think that is something that would be smart for us to know before we go there. Knowledge is power, as the elders would say.
Yeah, I agree with Ink. They're on the right path.
All right,
Let's do it.
let's go to Merville then.
All right. So you all mount your wyverns once again as they flap their wings, flying high up, heading towards the west as you lead your way as you go ahead and follow. And all of you who are, especially you, Zendark, you know generally where Merville is. You have the sense of where all the towns are, so it's not going to be any you have to search for it. It's just due east from here, as you make your way towards the east. The rising sun directly ahead of you over the Scarlet Sea, the Sapphire Sea, as you make your way towards this small city. And that's where we'll take a quick break.
Yay!
Woo-hoo.
Alrighty, wow, quite the conundrum. What's going on? Questions upon questions. But we'll find out. So everyone, stay tuned. We'll be back in about 10 minutes or so. We'll have the little countdown 2 minutes before we get on. But please stay tuned, and we'll be back shortly.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, let me go ahead and find the tab. See you in a bit. Dun, 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 dun. And we are back. Welcome back, everyone. So let's remove the bookmark and continue our tale. So, MGUs. You are currently on top of your wyverns as the morning sun is rising over the horizon. It's slightly blinding as you're going directly in that direction, but escaping into the clouds, it aids as you begin to follow the maps and the knowledge that you already have to Merville Village. About a few hours pass, and you would be very, very cold this high up in this winter had it not been for the amazing warm clothing that you have from the magic of Zendar. You probably would have had to roll checks, but no need. As the wyverns begin to descend, and you all are kind of telepathically linked to them, and they know where they're going, and you get the sense that you have arrived at the location of Merville. As you pierce through the clouds and look down, you see what looks to be a small village. Buildings that are just 2 stories, if that tall, damaged. Not as much as Roncalli, but you can tell there have been some type of activity here. The people, though, are moving about. They seem to be active. It doesn't seem to be so war-torn and desolate as its sister village of Roncalli, though it is about half the size. The walls are all made out of wooden pikes that stretch up about 15 feet, though there are holes in them, and you see that there are several masons hammering away and trying to patch up the damage from events of past. As they look up and see the dragon-like creatures descend, and you land at the front of the gate. What do you wish to do?
We'll make our way and we'll say, "Hail and well met. We're from the Citadel, and we've recently come from Roncalli." Shouting out to the guards so they know we're not gonna attack with our wyverns.
Certainly. The guards look, if they are guards, they've been working on the defenses of the gate with wood and hammers and nails. Turn around. You see the symbol of the storm bringers on their lapels, though they don't look as armored as the storm bringers, more like leather instead of chainmail. But one does set down the hammer, what looks to be a woman with short red hair, human, with blue eyes, as she walks over. "Oh, welcome. You said you're from... Oh, hello there. You must be spellbinders. The wyverns and all."
You are correct.
"Oh, are you the spellbinders that the mayor of Roncalli hired to protect us from the gnolls?"
Correct. Yes, we've come to gather some information and speak with your elders and a mayor that may be in this town. Can you direct us?
Certainly. We don't have a mayor per se, but we do have a village elder who kind of speaks with the mayor of Roncalli, and pretty much he governs our town, just like with Summerfield.
Fantastic. Please lead us to them.
Okay.
And then I'll turn back towards Allure and I'll say, "Feel free to go hunt, my dear. But don't go too far. We shan't be too long."
She nuzzles you and departs.
Ink sends off Sonata with a little jaunt step and a courtly bow and says, enjoy your time in the skies of Merville, well, wherever we are."
And she does so.
Ayer's already gone. There's no need.
Yeah,
It's just Ayer is that we landed and she knew we were going to. So it's see you later.
Allure knows that we need to make some fanfare. So she puts on a show and mirages away.
Excellent. And of course, Sully's wyvern does the same in shadows.
I was gonna say it's probably similar to Ire, and just sort of like fades away into the darkness. Can we also quickly, like above board, say that on our way here, we could have like been sort of planning out this a little bit. So while we go to the mayor, can we have Sully go sort of scope out the jeweler and like regroup before we go actually talk to the jeweler to see if he can find something for us?
Do some skills.
Do some scouting, maybe?
So is that your plan is to have Sully go off and just scout?
Just like, because it's a town, right? So
Yeah,
like
yeah.
just have him like go see if there's any shady business, like peek in windows, you know, do sneaky rogue shit. So that way we can go talk to the mayor and don't have to worry about him. But like he might be able to, you know, find out something, you know, see if there's any sus, you know, check the vibes.
If that's what you want, is that what the group wants?
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Sully, we'll reconnect in half an hour.
sure.
Let's use your mechanics to help us out.
Sully
We love
goes.
you. Bye.
Sully goes. You're right. I'll inspect the area and I'll look around, see what I hear, see what I can find. Like an hour. What do you want to be back in the center of town?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds good.
All right. And he goes ahead. I'm gonna roll him a quick stealth check and see if he ninjas away in the shadows.
I mean, like he can casually walk away like from us. But, like,
Okay, fair enough.
You know, he doesn't have to like ninja away in the middle of the day.
So like walks away as heading towards the town. As
But,
the
but it's very cool and stealthy looking.
Yes.
You know, like it's
There's
a regular
good
walk,
panache.
but it has the panache.
Lots of
like,
panache, yeah.
Yeah, it looks righteous.
amazing. As the guard goes, so did you need me for anything, or did you want to just head in there? It's pretty much open doors.
Whom is the leader's? What's their name?
Elder Marius Brightwater.
Elder Marius Brightwater, Merville leader. Okay.
He's a small little hut shack. He likes to live minuscule, or in the center of town.
All right. If it's standard procedure to just knock on their door without any introduction, then we'll be on our way.
Yeah, go right ahead. You'll find that, unlike Roncalli, we have an open door policy. Just any weary travelers can come in here and speak to us, and well, especially if you're spellbinders, we appreciate all the help that we can get.
All right.
All right, good luck. I have a fence to repair. As she moves over and continues her work with the other guards.
Okay.
Spoken like a true Skyrim NPC.
To repair. Now you see, I have a fence to repair. But if this fence, I need to repair.
BBEG right there.
Right.
Yep, perfect.
You know I am busy. I have a fence to repair.
My fence needs repair.
My fence needs repair.
Yes, NPC A. She goes and continues to repair the
Miss
fence.
you. Good luck with your fence. Sorry, it'll probably never be done because you just need to stay on that loop. Do y'all ever feel bad for NPCs like that? Where like they're set to a task, like, and that's it, and that's just where they are, and it's like, oh, this person is just forever going to be sitting in front of Link's house by a fire because I did it in the wrong order. He just lives here. He can never go home.
Until I get to the next part, he is stuck here.
Bolson can never go home, and that breaks my heart.
So, as you enter the town of Merville, as you saw from up above, yes, it looks damaged, though the buildings are not as refined as Roncalli. They're mostly made out of wood, some stone housings, though it looks pleasant. A lot of the people, as you walk by, give you casual, hello, welcome to Merville, as they wave to you. There are signs directing you to the many different shops that lay here, though it doesn't seem to be much. There's a jeweler, seems to be, or I should say, there is a trade quarter with a few jewelers, blacksmiths, but no magical items vendor, it seems here, as well as sections for housing and places to stay and drink, such as a tavern. Though you continue to make your way, unless there's anything you wish to do, can get to the center of town.
No, let's specifically look for like this mayor's hut.
Yeah, I think it would be good as I guess sort of like licensed spell hexbreakers, like
To like introduce ourselves.
we should
and-
make our intentions known, that like who we're running an investigation, any information that you might have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
not just like showing up and like clandestine,
Right.
Alrighty. You make your way and notice that, same as Roncalli in a lot of cities here, they do have in the center of their town a depiction of one or all of the 9, the gods that represent all of the aspects of this multiplane. And as such, they do have what looks to be a double-headed woman, one almost like a comedy and tragedy mass, one looking sad and forlorn, with the other happy in jubilation on opposite ends, holding what looks to be a staff. Water pours out as next to it you see that there is a small shack, like the side of a trailer, if you will, made out of a combination of wood and stone, with a tent-like drapery above it, around the exterior. There is a little mailbox with the words Marius Brightwater written on the edge, and a little pathway that you can lead up to the door.
And up that little pathway we go.
Right?
Or I go,
Yeah.
You make your way up to the door, and Sindari, you knock on it. There's a small little window that has small cracks along it. It's not in the best of conditions. As you knock on the door, you hear "One moment, please. I'll be with you 1 moment."
As he says that, I'm gonna like put my hand up and just create like a few symbols and cast mending on like these broken glass and the windowsills as we're standing there. I'm just gonna like mend a few little areas while we wait.
Okay, all the broken glass combines with your majestic magic, becoming solid again and clean as well, as it was quite dusty, as well as the many different breaks and tears in the stone and the wood around the exterior. As you hear the door open up, there standing, you see is what looks to be a stoic-looking elder man, human, with a white beard but very kind eyes, though there's bags underneath it. You see that he's wearing what looks to be leather armor, and he has some muscle to him, albeit his wrinkled skin does give away a sense of an older age, probably within his late 60s. Though he's about as tall as... I would say he's a little bit taller than Ink. And Ink is only about like 4'5", something around there.
Little shorty.
Yeah, so he's like right below 5 inches, so a very short human gentleman. How can I be of service to you?
We are spellbinders that were called to aid from the leaders of Roncalli, and we spent the last few days there, and now are checking in with Merville, and last will be Summerfield before we head to the Knolls, and just wished to sort of speak with you and find out what's been going on in your town. We were directed to you as the leader, the elder of this town.
Why, yes. Please come in, stay a while. And he goes ahead and beckons you to enter into his abode.
Love him.
Okay, we'll come.
Sings for him.
Come in and stay a while.
Listen.
Listen and stay a while. As we walk in, I'll say, I am Zendark Rakwa of this citadel, and these are my companions, Sully, Ink, and Dillahan.
Quite the
Oh,
pleasure to
sorry,
meet-
Sully's not here. Yeah.
Sully's not here. Yes, greetings and salutations. I am ink, short for fresh ink on parchment of the Desert Barasette.
Oh. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I am Elder Marius Brightwater. I am the leader of this small village, though our true mayor is back in Roncalli. I just make sure that everything happens as it should and I protect it. And as you may have known, our humble little village has been under attack by these nefarious gnolls that I see you have come to help solve. And as you're in there, you see that it's a very small little shack, and it's messy. There are swords and weapons around showing that he's some type of warrior, but there are also lines of papers with lines of poetry on them, as you can easily read them. He writes very big and clear, and you can see there's a small hearth and what looks to be some crates full of items you're not sure. There's a bed here, so just a flat, as well as a seating area for about 2 of you. As everything else is covered in weapons and other types of knickknacks. Please, let me this, and he pushes all of the metal off of the chairs. Please, have a seat. Would you like some tea or water?
No, don't trouble yourself. It's fine, and I'll stand.
Sure.
So, we just wanted to know, when was the most recent gnoll attacks?
Well, we've had a gnoll attack last week, and it seems that they might have been going up against Summerfield and Roncalli. Being so far away from the Mystic Mountains, we seem to have, been excused from the attacks. But it doesn't mean we don't try to send help to our sister villages as much as we can.
Yes, there was an attack in Roncalli last night, which we helped defend against.
Oh, my word. Is everyone all right?
There have been, some injured, thankfully no casualties. Has there been any other odds goings on in this town that you could let us know? The last attack was about a week ago. Anything else of note?
Well, nothing much that I can think of. The attacks came, the gnolls talked, and it was very odd. We have some visitors, of course, as we always do. We have an open door policy here. You can come, set up shop, leave when you please. We enjoy the commerce. But
Okay.
other than that, nothing that I can speak of.
And who are some of your newest businesses, like within the last, month or two? Or last month, in the last, season?
Yes.
Well, we have a new blacksmith and a jewel cutter who came in there. We have the Whitethorn blacksmith. They just stopped by about a month ago, I believe. Brilliant blacksmith, Leona Whitethorn. She made this sword for me as he pulls what looks to be a nice-looking sword out of a sheath that was laying in one of the piles. Cuts very well, and he swings, and he shows himself to be that of a fighter, the way he moves and flourishes the blade before resheathing it back with accuracy and putting it on the ground. After that, there was that other... Well, I could say, I know I didn't say anything was very odd, but there was a strange gentleman who came into town. He set up a shop. Sunset Jewel Cutters or something like that, I believe. Believe he was wrapping up. I don't know if he's still there or not. The gnoll attacks have kept us distracted. But other than that, no one else.
And what was his name? The owner of this Sunset Jewel Cutters?
You know, I thought I knew. I can't remember. And then I know I may look old, but my mind is that of a steel trap. I would remember everyone who comes through these walls. Maybe I'm getting old.
Does he seem trustworthy?
Oh, me an insight check.
14.
14. Yeah, you believe him. He seemed pretty tough and harmless, at least in this setting. Probably on the battlefield. Who knows?
I'm gonna ask him. I'll say, it's a little concerning if you can't remember the name, especially since you seem so on top of everything else. You were very quick to name Whitethorn Blacksmith and Leona Wythe. You remembered their name and shop quite quickly. Would you perhaps be willing to open up your mind? I have an ability to detect your thoughts, and perhaps there's something deeper that has been subverted. And I'm asking for your willing participation.
Will it hurt? And is it dangerous? Will my mind be affected in any way in a negative manner? Side effects.
I would say probably Ink more so than Dillahan, like sees in dark, like literally hold back like a laugh, because this is a like mundane spell. Like it's so trivial, and like he doesn't get it. Like it's like comes from like a haughty place of like a spellcaster, like
Yeah.
like oh, you silly fighter, like
Yeah.
no.
Ink catches this sort of smirk moment and just kind of like gives the Idas in dark, like, hey, he's fine. It's fine. He's nervous.
It's
Cute, like a very much like it's cute.
It's
like,
cute, yeah.
It's cute. I love this man. I personally love him.
Yeah, I will say it should not harm you, and if you wish to sit in a calming state and perhaps hold your blade, something familiar, maybe that will calm you down. But you should feel maybe as if another person is sort of watching a memory with you as you reminisce, is sort of what it will feel like. And I for those whom I've done this with before in a cordial manner, and also those whom I've had to interrogate, have not felt any or said that there was any physical harms or ailments. So you should not be hurt or changed.
Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check at advantage. A very thorough explanation. He's a very understanding man.
Also, like, I'm trying to be like, we're from the academy.
Yeah.
We're from the, trying to put on this, like, it's...
We're doctors. I have a license.
I'm a doctor. 21.
You guys are killing it today. Yes, you are the professional, of course, as a esteemed member of the Fractal Centaurum. I would be honored if you would use your mind-bendy magic to get any information that would help you on the case of the sentient nose.
All right. Let me know when you're ready, and we will proceed.
Oh, let me just take a deep breath. Now, if you find anything, like, strange in there, I did have a very wild youth. Just don't mind lots of parties, very fleshy.
Don't worry. I'm like a medical doctor. It is a... we'll have that degree of respect.
Oh, thank you.
Keys and bowls.
I've huffed a few things before that I should not have, but quite the... Well, go right ahead. I'm ready.
Okay. With that, with him giving his consent, I will close my eyes and then reopen them, and the runes will have activated, and I will cast Detect Thoughts using my telepathy free once a day cast of it, and it lasts for a minute, and so it's not really cast on him, it's more like I activate it and peer into his mind. So I'm gonna say, okay, we only have a moment, so please focus with me. And as he's like looking in my eyes, he'll see like the swirly runic, like purple glow and the rotating runes on my irises. And I'll like lock gazes with him, and I'll say, again, tell me about this jeweler, this jewel cutter, the sunset jewelers, and I'm just gonna try and like force him to try and recall that, and use my magic to probe and see why he can't give me a name, like, and sort of, and also dig deeper, you know, if I need to.
Okay.
And see what I can discern.
So the first thing you get in dark as you pierce the veil of his mind is the surface thoughts. He's definitely nervous, but he trusts you completely. And then you push beyond. He lets you in. No need to make any check. As you begin to replay his memories as he recalls meeting this member of this jewel cutter, sunset jewel cutters. And an image, like almost like a film reel, and you begin to float through the film and dive into each section as a scene plays out. The first you see is him at the entryway to the village, a cloaked individual, hunched over, and you can't make out anything on their face, any facial feature, and you don't know if it's because he didn't see it or because something is blocking it. Well, greetings, strangers. Welcome to Merville. How can I be of service? Ah! Yes, of course. We accept all types of tradespeople. What is your trade by chance? I can set you up in an appropriate shop. Jewel cuttering. Yes, we need a jewel crafter here. Come, I'll set you here. All I will need you to sign some paperwork, and we'll get you situated. There's a small tax, but it's the minimum, the least you'll find anywhere in Corinth. But right this way. And then he begins leading this cloaked figure over towards the trade district. By any chance, for the paperwork, what was your name? A strange name. I don't even know how to pronounce that. What language is that? Well, in any case, please, go ahead and enjoy your new hut. As he then begins showing the figure what looks to be a small shop. It's about the same size and dimensions of that of his own home. Do you push even further? That was the first instance of this.
Yeah, he gave me permission to, so we're fucking digging.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check, please. Or roll me your spellcasting modifier added to your D20.
16.
16. You don't really, you're in tune in his mind. You don't see anything that's happening externally as you're going through these memories. Ink Dullahan, you see beads of sweat are starting to collect around his head as he just kind of doesn't seem like he's in too much pain. I think just like he looks uncomfortable. As you go ahead and pierce even further in dark, are you still sticking onto the memories of interactions with this cloak figure, or is there anything else you're trying to look for?
When he was in meeting the cloaked figure, the mayor was saying hello. Was the jewel crafter with the armorer, or are they separate? Like, are they together or separate?
It was just this person by themselves. So
Okay.
the armorer was not there.
Okay. And then I'm going to, because I'm not like in another world, like I'm still here. So I'll say to
Yeah.
Ink, check the paperwork. He filled out paperwork and wrote his name down. And as I said, say that, like, check the paperwork. I'll say, after he set up shop, you must have gone in to the shop and sort of spoken with him to see how it was going. tell me about that event and try and like make him think about the inside of the shop and interacting with him more. Like put him, like I am trying to advance it and put him in the next stage.
Okay.
And like, and then I will try and dig deeper.
Ink is gonna start looking around for any place that this guy would keep paperwork, just to start searching for the article of writ, the deed, or whatever.
Sure. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check, please.
If it's okay, I think Dylan might give the help action as well, just to like, many hands lighten the load.
Oh, yeah, sure. You can roll at advantage.
Thank you. Investigation. Come on. 11. 11.
11. Okay. So you are searching, and as you do, you don't find anything quite yet. There's so many papers. This place is a mess. Between papers and weapons and other knickknacks, you're just searching as Zendaric continues to probe the mind of the Elder. Now the scene shifts, and you float to the next panel and jump into the pool that is the memory. As you do, you're floating above, watching it as if you're a third party to this event. And he's inside of the hut after it's been set up. Interesting items you have here. And you see he's looking at, and what he's looking at is blurry. You can't tell what they are. They're just strange items that you get a sense from his memory that are odd. These seem, you know this isn't dangerous. It looks very devilish. I'm sorry, I mean no disrespect. Just, I've been around the block some time, and I know infernal effigies when I see them. You sure you have control over it? Oh, okay. Well, I, as our policy states, it's an open door, and we allow any of it in, as long as not dangerous. I'll take your word for it. I don't know why, but I feel as if I can trust you. I guess I'm a good judge of character.
Is the things that he's talking about like still like trinkets and bauble size, or is he like looking at like a large blurry object?
Both.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
like an assortment shop. It's not really just jewelry. It could
Yeah.
be potentially like a weapon or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Go ahead and roll me another Arcana check, please.
Oh yes, much better. 22.
22. There's definitely a magical presence here. Like obviously the person doesn't sound like muffled. They must be saying something, but you can't hear it, and his memory has been altered. Definitely a high level spell. With the 22, there are like high. Trying to remember what level spell it is. There are modify
Like
memory
modify
spells.
memory. That's
Yeah,
also an enchantment spell, and even though I'm not a high enough level to cast it yet, as an enchanter subclassed wizard, I feel like maybe I would be able to pick that up.
You get a chance
Okay.
that his memory has been modified.
Okay. I feel like maybe this conversation has been around a minute, so the detect magic or detect thoughts is probably fading. Or how much time do you think we have left?
You probably have left for one more. I would say, if you want to dig even deeper.
I'll say to him, like I'll reach my hands out in like the real world, not memory world, and I'll say to him, Elder, how are you? Are you all right?
I'm fine. It's a little hot, but I'm fine. I've been through worse. Not seeing anything embarrassing, are you?
No. Tell me, you seemed a little worried about this this person and their wares. Did you do anything about it? Can you think about what happened next? And I'll push him, try and push him to the next stage.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me one last, well, depending. Arcana check, please.
Okay.
Oh, no. Sorry. This was your spell casting. This was that one. Yeah, sorry. Roll me a d20 with your spell casting modifier.
It's the same. So.
Oh, okay.
24.
24. Okay. What are you? I would say, Dullahan, you notice with your passive perception, as you're still looking for the papers, you kind of turn your head and you see the Elder Marius buckle, like, kind of hunch over a little bit, like as if he's tired or winded. He starts taking deep breaths as Dark is continuing his probe.
Is that normal? Dylan's gonna say to Ink.
Would I know as a spellcaster if this is bad, if we should pull?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Okie doke. Arcana check. Arcana check. Don't be bad. It's bad. It's always bad. Everything, you know what? Everything's probably great. I'm not worried.
Yeah, could be
Guy's
normal.
old.
Yeah, exactly. He's an older gentleman, and spells can like take a little vitality out of him, so he's probably fine.
Cool.
But you do manage finally to pull out a paper that says ownership and like a contract for the temporary installment of the Sunset Jewel Cutters. On it, as you read, there is a name written, though it's strange. Looks like jumble. In common, you kind of it's written in common, but you're not sure if it's a common lettering for another language, because it says Adin Mar, which does not sound like an actual word. But that is the name that's written across the paper. But Zendar. Oh,
yeah.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
No. It's just. There's a thing where Declan and Dullahan are now trying to piece something together, and it's like if I saw it written, I think it would make more sense because I'm trying to like, is that with an I or is it all? I suppose that my question really is it all A's? Is it all the letter A?
Sure, I'll go ahead and show you how it is written in the chat. So it's written as ADAN space lowercase MAR. But, Zindark, you go one final time, popping out of that scene, looking down at the reel, and going into the final one where that you ask him something with this jewel crafter, what more information, and you peer into another scene. It is sunset, and you see that Marius is walking up, looking very angry. No. I have only asked for I try to be kind, and then people just try to walk all over you. And he walks into the door, like slamming it open with strong strength, showing like he is a strong gentleman. Slamming the door. Oh, excuse me. And then, like, as he's mouthing the word, it just. I said to make sure that any of your dark strange items does not affect the townspeople? And why have I heard that people have been getting sick as they walk past your shop? People who come in here and peruse your items seem to return with strange markings on their hands. Explain yourself. What are you doing here? And as he looks over, you see that the cloak figure is handing over something to a familiar woman garbed in armor. As Eliana goes, I'm sorry, am I interrupting something? Thank you so much. It looks good as new. Really good. She kind of cricks her neck. Well, puts it over her neck. Well, I thought my father would kill me if I returned with this damaged. Thank you so much. I'm sorry to interrupt. I have to be going. As she walks up, was that Elian? Not here. I have a bone to pick with you. I need you to leave now. I need you to. And you hear, and he holds up his hand. He's like, ah! And then at that moment, you hear in actual time, Marius, ah! As he also is struck. And now both you, Ink and Dullahan, can see that he is in pain, as he's almost getting force choked by this cloak figure. You hear like a rhythmic Zendaric chant. You can't quite make it out, but it's definitely, because you're a trained Arcana, you can tell a spell has been cast, and then he just passes out, and everything goes blank. And at the same time, he does pass out in real time, and falls to the ground.
Oh my god. He's been manipulated. His memory's been enchanted. What have you found? Did you find the paperwork in it? There's some vile work at foot here.
Well, yeah, the Order of Writ. Check that out, and like passes the contract to Zendaric, and then Ink is gonna step over to the body of the elder and just check vitals. Do a little medicine check, maybe. I'm terrified, but here we go.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a medicine check, please.
Okay, I just want to make sure that these.
He didn't die.
I feel bad that my insight was so bad. How's a 15?
15. His breathing is labored but stable.
All right, cool.
He has a fever.
Ooh.
Okay. We'll help him recover shortly. I will take the paper and read it, and my eyes are still active, and also because of my special feat, I can read any language. Even if it's not a language that I speak, I can read it. Eyes
Sure.
of the Runekeeper. What does it actually say?
You look down, begin reading the page. It's not a different language, definitely. You'll be able to read it. If it's not a language you understand, perhaps a code?
Interesting. Adanmar. What does that sound like to you?
I mean, it sounds like Radamon. If I'm
Sounds
being honest.
right. And I will push into Ink and Dullahan's mind snippets of the memories that I used for my detect thoughts, so they could see the like womp, 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 womp. Be like, it was a disguised person. Like even in the memories of him, this figure has been washed out. This person cast high-level enchanting magic. And Eliana visited him. I'll push that like memory.
Oh boy.
Didn't we send Sully to the shop alone?
Yes. But we didn't tell him to hopefully go in and talk to him, hopefully just to check it out. We'll meet up with him shortly. It's only been, and how long has,
Like an hour.
Okay. Well, let's tend to Elder Marius and make sure that he's stable. I'll lay him out and look for a blanket and put a blanket over him.
And he begins to rouse a little bit. Where am I? What happened? I swear it wasn't mine. I'm sorry.
Elder Marius, I apologize. I did not mean. You're the first person that this spell has taken such a toll on, and I believe it is because your memories were altered, and there was a strain in your mind that exerted you. I apologize.
My memories. I'm so sorry. I just need some rest. I'm so tired. Did you get what you were looking for?
Yes, please rest. We are investigating in this town. Rest assured.
Okay. I just need a. And he just goes and passes out on his bed.
Okay.
We should come back after we get Sully and just make sure he's okay.
Yeah.
But we should go make sure Sully's okay.
Yeah. Let's go to where we were supposed to meet up with Sully.
Okay. Well, yeah. So you said about I would say it would be a half an hour because you said meet up in a half an hour. So we'll say it's around
Okay.
the meetup time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you said to meet in the center of town, and luckily you were already there, as that is where Marius lives. So as you leave his house and step outside, you hear a whisper, and as you turn, Sully is standing by one of the fountains waiting.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh,
Sully.
thank goodness, Sully.
Oh, we're so glad to see you. Whoever owned that building was a real creep. Did you find anything?
I'm gonna go ahead and make a roll for him. See what he would have found. This is where I try to split my brain into player and meta. Okay, let's pull up his sheet. So we're gonna roll for him an investigation check to see how well he was able to investigate the area. There it is. A 7. Well, I began searching the area and went to the trade quarter, asking around. It seems both the Sunset. Actually, no. It seems that kept trying to make sure he's It seems that there have been 2 places that just opened up. One place is known as the Sunset Jewel Cutters. And the other, a blacksmith. The blacksmith seemed pretty on the up and up. I didn't see anything up there, but something going on with with the Sunset Jewel Cutters, the one that was on the receipt. When I asked people around town, no one seemed to remember. They don't even remember going in there.
They don't even remember going in there. So he's beguiling these townsfolk to take and trick them then. We've learned something about the jeweler as I look around to make sure no one's watching us. There's some shadiness afoot, and we think it's I'm not gonna say it out loud. I'll say it in his mind. I'll be like, we think it's Radaman. Or a minion of his.
What? Why'd you think that?
I will quickly telepathically like push in a few of like the memories and like our discussion of what happened in the house, so that way he has context. There's like his signature's an anagram, and the memories are just stored, and infernal like trinkets apparently is what he's been selling, and the stupid mayor's too gullible and kind and didn't vet him any properly or have anyone check him out, so he's been actively distributing. Sully, was he still there, or was there like the shop still active, or was it closed?
Well, first can I see that letter? That contract.
Oh, yeah, give it to him.
He looks at it, because I know Zeki would ask this and check. This is in a type of thieves can't.
Oh, I didn't even think. Smart.
Yes, you're right. Then it's an anagram for Radaman.
Mm-hmm.
I tried checking out the place. I looked through the windows. I couldn't see anything. It's like it's empty.
I wonder if they've moved on. The mayor, in his memories, did recall he attempted to tell him to leave, but that's when he cast a spell on him and manipulated him. He might have, just to be safe, closed up shop shortly after. I don't recall when. I couldn't tell when that happened, though. And I'll say Eliana also visited him, and that's why her locket was the way it was.
So what do you think it all means? What do you want to do?
It seems like it's all pointing into the mountains. There's this five-eyed figure that's manipulating everyone, and somehow Radaman and the Nine Hells are tied to it. I don't know exactly what the next steps are. We still need to take care of the Noel problem, or at least this is bigger than we thought it was originally.
Is this something we should tell Lucian?
Lucian, yeah.
I do love checking in with our professor.
Probably.
All right.
Let's like go to like an alleyway or like a sort of secluded area, so we're not like having a serious conversation in the middle of the
for sure.
town. And then you have it, right, Ink?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we find a little cute alley and like huddle around this little sending stone. And Ink reaches magically out to our teacher Lucian.
Sure.
Let's talk to him.
What 25 words would you like to? 25-ish. I let a few.
20, yeah. Ink says, found possible signs of Radamon in Merville. Dark magic in trinkets being given to citizens. Sorry, not in mountains.
There's a delay as you hear a response. Radaman. I'm by the 9. This is becoming more dangerous than I thought. I hate to ask. Do more reconnaissance and report back. But don't go any further.
Ink responds, so no backup then.
He then sends a sending to you as I'm going to send backup. It may take me a couple days, but I know exactly who I wish to send, who we can trust. Remember, and then he cuts off there. Before you get to reply to that, he just casts another sending. We can't let many know about Radaman, but I do have friends. Don't do anything stupid. Reconnaissance and back. Understood.
Ink responds, understood. And you know us. Low, 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 for the rest of the ability of the characters. It's just like, yeah, no. And then one last one. Seriously, send backup. Send.
He does not reply, but no. You get the sense that yes, apparently maybe in a few days, someone will be sent. So more of like a sit tight, look around, get as much information on the mountains as you can, but don't do anything stupid. Which is up to your interpretation what that means.
Would going inside of the jeweler shop be counted as something stupid? What do we think, gang?
That's reconnaissance for sure.
Going in?
Yes.
Okay, but if our minds get messed up, I'm just saying.
I don't know. Dilhan, what do you think? Do you want to go in the shop and investigate it? He might not even be in there. We shouldn't go in if he's there.
Will he? Does he? I mean, would he recognize the three of you?
100% would.
Oh yeah, has been in our house. This guy.
Yes.
Well then, I'll go in. And if he's there, he won't know me. And if he's not there, I will just come out and tell you that it's empty.
Dullahan, Radaman isn't someone to get close to. Radaman got close to Kievan and possessed his mind.
I don't plan on getting close to him, but if he's there, then I can confirm it. And once we know it, we can wait for Lucian's backup. We don't have to do anything dumb, as he put it, but it's this or head into the mountains blind.
It can't be him. It has to be one of his servants. Right? I thought he was fought with Seraphim.
Well, he was able to reach into Kievan's mind
through objects, you're right. Through the crystal rose. In fact, that's probably how he's most powerful.
Mm-hmm.
I know it sounds like crazy, but maybe let's just go see if the shop is like open. You know what I mean? Like there must be windows or something where we can just sort of peer in to see if there's activity. We don't need to go in it or talk to him at all, but you know what I mean? Like let's see if there is like anything going on, and maybe talk to the people that go in and come out of the shop, perhaps.
But if, as you saw in the mayor's mind, people don't remember their dealings, we're not going to get much further.
I mean, it's true, but it would confirm without a shadow of a doubt if it was, you know, something that they're still doing, and perhaps we could learn more about these like baubles or darkness that he's trying to instill in people, but I don't know if...
There is another option.
Please.
And Dullahan turns invisible. I haven't gone anywhere. I'm learning. I understand what you're saying, Zendaric, but I'm not one for sitting and waiting. We can be smart about this. This is, and you can't see him, but he's gesturing. This is, at least let me look. 5 minutes.
All right, but I think we should all head in that general area, and we will just be, you know, a courtyard away.
Just 5 minutes. You promise.
Don't touch anything, please. Also, everything is probably cursed.
I saw Ileana. I'm good for cursed baubles. Now, if he has a cloak, and again, you can't see it, but Dolan has like the weirdest smile on his face as he tried to crack a joke. And yeah, he's invisible, going to head in the direction of the jeers, with the others kind of, I assume, in tow.
We'll hear like the crunching of the snow in your footsteps, so we'll follow.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Could have ASMR do some crunching there as I chow down on a biscuit.
I gotcha. So, Dullahan, invisible, you begin to walk towards the trade district I've described to you, though, and the rest of you following. Are you stealthing, or are you just following behind?
Just casually walking.
Yeah. The three of us keeping, like, far enough away from Dullahan, but, like, close and, like, we're trying to be inconspicuous, but we're not trying too hard.
Okay.
Like, clearly we're the Wyvern Riders, so we're like, I think it sort of looks like we're walking through town, like maybe like
Patrolling
or investigating, but like we're not like in a hurt, like in a panic, you know, we're just sort of surveying as like the, you know, sort of the scene.
Got it. Totally.
Also, I forgot to roll from the long rest my glance into the future, so I'm going to roll my d20 just so I have that number. And I'm going to bank that nat 20 for in case I need it later.
Wow. Okay. So, MGUs. As you all walk around, the people go, how's it going? And wave to you. You can... It seems like very peaceful, though you know there's a dark presence somewhere within this town. Dullahan, you invisibly begin walking there, stepping past unnoticed until eventually you make your way about there's a couple minutes to the long stretch of land that has a sign that points out the trade district. There are signs for another jeweler that's there, a blacksmith, tailor, small knick-knack shops. But you see that there's a sign that says the Sunset Jewel Cutters. As you make your way there, you see it's a small little shack, no bigger than the one that you just had left, with one window, and a chill runs down your spine, a sense of forebodance, or maybe even deja vu, in a sense. What do you do?
Dylan's going to look back just to see where the others are in relation to this hut. Like, can he make eye contact with Ink and Sully and Zendaric?
Are the three of you, because you can't see Delahan, but are you three of you going to the hut, and how far are you planning on being
Yeah.
from the hut?
Like, I plan to like be in the trade district, so maybe like across the street
Yeah.
or like in the general like vicinity, like within like 60 feet.
And there are small stands for food if you wish to purchase something to eat. Everything
Yeah.
is mostly like a copper piece.
Yeah, like chatting with like the local people and that like near that jeweler.
Got it. They're very
Within
nice.
within like 60 to 100 feet, I would say.
Yeah. In conversation, they're very nice. Conversations saying, "Oh, this winter seems to be a cold one," and so on. And they're just talking about the weather as you're just one ear listening, the other ear looking over, making sure that nothing goes awry at the hut. As Delahan, you see that your allies aren't too far away.
And with that, he's going to, as deftly, try to slip into the hut.
Sure. The door is unlocked. As you go ahead and roll me a stealth check at advantage because you're invisible, please.
Something I'm not too good at. Advantage. Boop. A 14, because I have disadvantage on it, but
Good. 14. All right. You open up the door. It makes a slight creak. As it is slightly ajar, and you slip through, closing it behind you. Inside, the room is completely dark. The light from the windows does illuminate it slightly, though only for about 10 to 15 feet or so, though your dark vision, which I believe you have, allows you to see everywhere. Right, you have dark vision as an Aasimar, I believe.
yes. Yep.
The wall, you see there are shelves that are empty, dust on them. If there was someone in here, they haven't been in here for months. There's a glass cases that have nothing on them, and scraps of glass and wood lied inside as if they haven't been repaired. It's a flat, and there's no back door, yet there is another window just showing like the backyard that just lines up with the walls of Merville. There are some closets, but other than that, it looks abandoned.
He's going to go to the door of the hut, and obviously I'm not dropping the invisibility. I'm going to hold that for as long as I can. But he lets out kind of the same whistle he did when we were riding the wyverns and we saw Eliana being attacked by the afflicted. So he just going to let out kind of a short, sharp whistle.
Yeah. You go right ahead and you go ahead and prepare the whistle and like inhale and go to the door and turn around. There's a figure with a cloak standing there, blocking your path before you get to the door.
Dylan is just holding his breath. If he inhaled to whistle, then he's gonna just kind of immediately kind of lock that breath in his lungs, and he's just frozen in spot.
Who do we have here? Welcome to Sunset Jewel Cutters. I'm sorry you've caught us in such a mess. We're actually closing up shop and are not open. But if you wish to peruse the goods I still have in stock, I can certainly show you.
And you're invisible.
Yeah, no. I can almost hear next week's episode where you're saying, Omar, and Dullahan fucked up again by going into shop alone. So,
And as much as I want this to be a void moment, I'm not going to do that.
Can Dullahan see, or like, is it like this figure's? He's obviously blocking the door, correct?
Yeah, he's blocking the door.
Then, if that's the case, he's going to just as slowly as possible, kind of reach a hand down. Like, if this thing is addressing him, it can see him, so he's trying not to make any big sudden movements. So he's gonna kind of try to keep. He doesn't want to look this thing directly in the eye, this person directly in the eye, but he's going to try and maintain an eye contact with them. Reach into his pack, sort of like just his fingers looking and searching for his just a python or just something heavy that he can grab from his bag, and he is going to try and throw it through the window. He's going to try and smash the window, because that's going to get people's attention.
Roll me a charisma saving
thinks.
throw, please. No. Actually, I'm sorry. No. This is a wisdom saving throw. Wisdom. Oh, wait. Yeah, wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom. Yeah. Okay, great, good. Okay, the one saving throw that I have +0 in. Okay, great. Wonderful. Okay, I'm gonna roll this, but I'm not gonna look because I'm gonna puke. Oh crap! I saw 20. I went, oh yeah, not 20. No, that's a 3.
You go to take out this piton, and you just freeze in place as this figure's hand stretches out. And you find your body unable to move. You're completely held.
Oh, no. No need to do that. You're wanting to look at my goods, aren't you? I mean, I don't know why you would come in here under an invisibility spell. Perhaps to steal my goods. Or perhaps something more. Do I know you?
And you can't talk as you are paralyzed as the figure begins to walk closer and closer, and you can see what looks to be underneath the cloak, a scaly, almost like dragon scaled being underneath with yellow eyes.
Let's see who you are.
And the figure stretches out with a scaly, dragon-like claw hand and begins to place it on top of your head. It is that at that moment there is a light that shines at the touch of its hands with yours, that illuminates. The two of you see behind you, because you're looking, it's like a flash of light as you hear. Well, as the figure jumps backward, floating in the air and landing gracefully down about 10 feet away from you, you are released from your hold as you hear it go.
You are one of them. You are a slayer. And a dragon slayer, nonetheless. Oh, how fate weeds. The 9 surely tried their best to put a stop to our work. You must be what caused the shard of greed to lose its effect, aren't you?
And you are fully autonomous again.
Now you say fully autonomous again. I have full control of my body.
Yeah, yeah,
I
so,
can.
yeah.
Um, do. Okay. I took the. So I took a new spell at 5th level. And I think now would be a very clever time to use this. If I were to cast Expeditious Retreat to take the dash action, to take dash as a bonus action, to get the heck away from, because he really shouldn't be here with this person, this thing, this entity. The others seemed intimidated at best, frightened at worst of it. So, and taking what Ink said on their word about someone they knew being possessed by it, he wants to get away. So, expeditious retreat, and he is going to throw himself through the window. If he can't get to the door, he's going to go out the window.
Certainly, yeah. No, with no need to make any rolls, you quickly cast a spell. It looks like this dragon creature is trying to do some type of counter move, but but kind of stumbles as if still recoiling from the shock of that initial light from the touching of your skin, as you were able to quickly just dash out. The two of you, well, the three, if you count Sully, 3 of you see this Dullahan just burst out as all the town people goes, "Ah, what was that?" As Dullahan, you're no longer invisible. That has been canceled, and you run out with extreme speed. Where are you running?
His instinct is run to the group, but if he does that, then he's going to draw attention to them.
Well, we saw you jump out a window, so
Yes,
we're running towards, or I would run towards you.
So he's going to immediately just crash through the door or the window, however he made his exit, and just immediately turn right. Like he's just going to run to his right.
Okay. What are the 3 of you going to do?
Run after him.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you go ahead and run after him. Can I have Ink and Zendaric please roll me perception checks?
Yes.
Not good. 9. Come on, Ink.
10.
10.
Okay.
Sully?
I can roll for Sully. I suppose that is fair.
He's gonna roll an 11.
Perception. 15. Sully runs by, kind of turns. So as you're running after him and past the open door, Sully kind of turns his head, squints as a brief recognition over his eyes, and then continues running, catching up with the group as you all run after Dullahan. But how far are you running, Dullahan?
I think he's going to try and get back to the alleyway that cute little alleyway where we first spoke to Lucian.
Okay. All right. So as you all follow as well, the townspeople are like, "What's happening? What? Everything okay?" As you go and run, eventually meeting up at that alleyway outside of the central area, the town center.
It was Radaman.
What happened? Are you
The
all
shop
right?
was empty. The shop was empty. I went to tell you all that you could come in. I was going to investigate, but as soon as I tried to leave, he appeared and he could see me. He knew I was there.
Oh, gods.
What is he?
You hear in your mind, he is a demon from hell.
Devil.
A devil from hell. He is a fiend from hell.
There you go.
He is all three of those things.
He is all three.
Pretty bad stuff. He's what took Kayvon from us.
He knows about the shard, the greed, shard of greed. He knows that we removed its power. I think he was in. I think he knows about the locket. And the locket, Eliana's locket, was
What
some
did-
sort of
What did he call it?
a shard of greed.
DM, can I history or arcana check that?
Either one, sure. One will give you one type of answer, the other will give you another. And anyone else can do that if you are trained in
I'm-
those.
Gonna do it.
Yeah, weirdly enough, Dullahan is proficient in Arcana. I think that's probably just due to Faustus.
All right, you all can roll.
I will. Okay.
Huh? Huh?
Oh, and that one, great.
A 23 for ink. A 19 modified. A good roll. Finally.
Oh, I don't think it's gonna matter, but I'm gonna. I also, because of my level up 5e, I have expertise dice in history, so it couldn't have been a 4. 12. So a 12 in history.
All right, so Ink with a 23. Ink, you're the only one. It was a very high. DC was 22.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
good on that. Shards of greed. Shards of greed. Yeah. You know, like, either a story that the elders told you or something you've read in the libraries in Barasset. Shards of greed are. There's a tale about how the Nine imprisoned imprisoned an entity. You're not sure what entity, though. Now maybe you're starting to make sense. There is a history about how the Nine combated against a dark, evil entity, destroying them into 9 pieces, 9 shards, that each of them have imbued with their own power. Legend has it that these shards of greed come with great power, but also infect those who come into contact with it. Now, what the shards do once they are combined, you're not sure, but whatever it is, it's definitely what the Nine do not want.
I don't really know. We'll have to do more research. Do you know what it's linked to from your teachings with your elders, or we can table this for later, but when we have more books to go by, but this is not good news.
No. This sounds pretty dire. Again, it has. Hey, as per usual, you know. Yes, these they were really, these are regarded mostly as fairy stories. The elders said there might have been some ring of truth to it, but also it could be metaphorical with the 9 shards. The 9 like 9 is a very significant number in this, but this all feels too canny to what was said. So
And Dullahan, you said he was mad that we were able to break the Shard of Greed?
He seemed he knew about it in the first instance. So whatever trinkets or tokens he has been giving out, he seems to have a connection to. He's aware. He thinks I did it. As far as I could glean, and I got out of there as quickly as I could. But from what I can understand, he's not aware that you are here. Though he knew he tried to find out who I was. And when he put his hands on me, he recoiled.
You recoiled?
Perhaps you have a ward on you.
He said something similar to what we learned in the Infinite Corridor. Though he called me a dragon slayer.
Like Slayer, like the prophecies we received?
That's where my mind went when he said it, other than sheer panic and terror. But that was the first thing I went to.
I mean, he is a powerful being that is clearly serving some larger being. And it's... There must be a deity or something locked away in hell. Why would a devil from the Nine Hells be working with some Tiamat? There must be something we're missing.
What did he want the first time?
To infiltrate our school, to murder our comrades and deal with Seraphim and their angelic majesty in helping spellbinders fight the purge. Who knows? Who knows what they are after?
You got a real penchant for nailing students onto the parapet of the school. That was real gross, actually. Yeah. I know, Big Steve. It's sad stuff.
Oh, he's crying.
Yeah.
It's okay. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're all right though? He didn't do anything to you, did he?
He tried, but he couldn't.
I mean, that seems like a blessing to me. It was smart of you to run.
I think... Should we wait for the backup Lucian promised was coming?
I don't know. If he's still here, we can't have a battle in this city. We would destroy these people and this place if something were to occur.
But if he recoiled at Dullahan,
Perhaps
maybe
there's a
he's
chance.
weak, and maybe now's the debate. Maybe we get him before he gathers any more strength. Is it stupid to go in there?
Sully turns. Well, I saw something. I guess it was Radaman. He stared at me. He looked like a lizard. And then he just disappeared in dust as we locked eyes. I don't know where he went. But we ran, it was all so fast.
Does he not? Does your Radaman not have scales? I didn't get a good look at him, but he definitely had scales, like a dragon or dragonborn.
No, Radaman, he looked like almost like a porcelain doll, almost like Seraphim, but more evil, of course.
That is bizarre. Perhaps. No, I don't know.
Far be it from me to suggest that we stay arms. If you want to go back and confront him, then we can, but Ink, you were the one who told me to not get close to him. And I don't know if it was the prophecy that caused him to recoil. I don't know if it was just some fluke or weird twist of fate. I don't know. So I don't know if we go back, if I've got any blessing, as Indaric said, or anything like that to stop him. But if the three of you want to go and confront him, then I'll stand with you. But
No. What are we saying? He may be weaker, he may be in a different state than from what we've seen him, but if it is really him, he stapled students to the archway and let their bodies hang 50 feet in the air and their blood pooled in the cement in our courtyard. He is an arch fiend from the depths and went toe to toe with Seraphim. We cannot engage him. If we do, we will put ourselves in grave danger, and maybe he is in a different state from his battles with Seraphim, but it feels so foolish to confront him. I think we should try and shepherd the people of this town to safety, send them to their sister cities, and make sure that he can do no harm here, and avoid confrontation with him if possible.
But if we start clearing people out of the city, he'll have no censure on fighting us.
But then we could potentially escape on our wyverns. It puts us in danger, yes, but at least these people would be safe.
Well, he knows we're here now. If we wait 2 days, what could he do?
You saying we should just leave, perhaps? That might be the best course for us to just make our way out of this place immediately.
well, he doesn't know you're here. He knows I'm here, and he thinks I'm the one responsible for the shard.
Well, he saw me, so I don't know if that gives it up.
He saw you for sure,
so
Sully.
you're
Yeah, I kind of locked eyes with him before he disappeared.
Do you think that he, teleported away, or did he, just invisible away?
I don't know. It's happened so fast. You're the wizard.
You're coming to arcane classes. We've done martials back to back. It's time for us to to come back to our other side of the spectrum.
So what do we do?
The shop is empty. There's nothing there. He said that they were closing up. He offered me a chance to look at his wares. I didn't.
Oh, so he said they're closing shop, so maybe this is, I don't know if it's good or bad news, but if he's leaving, then perhaps we shouldn't make a panic in this town. I think maybe we should check in with the elder again, leave some, aid where possible, and then leave and just report to Lucian tomorrow what happened, and have someone from the Citadel send more reinforcements. I think, yeah, perhaps we should just rough it tonight. Stay out of the village just in case.
Get far enough outside that if a confrontation occurs, we will not risk any civilians in the crossfire. If he comes for us, I don't know.
Delahan, what do you think?
I think right now I think the smart thing to do is to wait for Lucian's backup. It's not what I want to do, but it's the smart thing.
Yeah, it's not what I want to do either.
Okay. We know it will take them a few days to arrive for backup. Perhaps we can go to Summerfield, check in with them there, make sure he hasn't created a foothold in that city as well. And then let him know what happens and if he wants us to rendezvous with the reinforcements or just perhaps proceed and do more investigation, because that is what he wanted us to do, to find out as much as we can. So, because then we'll also have gone to all three of the locations, and I feel like we'll have a full picture of what's been happening in these hills.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is clear that they are intertwined, especially if Liara went all the way here to Merville to speak with this jeweler. So there is communications between these hubs. Okay. I don't think that we should split up.
Let's go check on the elder and then get out of here.
Alrighty.
I think we also should, just for benefit of this town, pretend like this is a condemned building and scare the people away, tell them to not go in there.
I think we should relay that to the elder. I think the elder would know the best way to delegate that information throughout the surrounding village.
The best way to ensure nobody goes in there is to burn it down.
Dullahan, we cannot be setting fires in a village.
Look, I've been smart for a long time, and now I'm starting to run out of things. So, burn down the cursed building makes a lot of smart sense to Dullahan right now.
Let's just persuade them not to go into it. Perhaps board it up. We don't want to cause any undue accidental damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then let's go quickly meet up with Elder Marius. And then I don't also want to tell him everything that happened. He has been influenced, so let's keep it brief. Don't mention the R word, just say a great evil and...
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I don't think that he is going to question us when we say, tell the citizenry not to go into that jeweler. It's bad news. Without having to go into the full, and then he possessed our friend and probably killed him. I think brevity. Let's do it.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll make our way back to Marius's hut.
Okay, so you travel out of the alleyway back into the town. Doesn't take you long as you reach to the center where the fountain shoots its water, and you see the door to Marius's hut is still there, unlocked because you didn't lock it on the way out. You can easily enter in there or knock. It's up to you.
He was resting, so I'll just knock and then walk in.
Okay.
The little like Midwestern like, hey, hey.
Yeah.
You're knocking as you're walking.
Yeah.
He'll knock and walk.
Knock and walk, exactly.
You open up the door. Marius turns over on his bed. Whoa, I'm sorry. I just been resting. Far be it from me to tell you how to do your job. You are the professionals, but, that mind trick surely put a doozy on me.
Yes. Not to put another doozy on you, but stay seated, stay resting, but there is...
Goes to get a big glass of water.
Yeah, that's a good
For
idea.
the elder.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, please. Hydration is very crucial in times
Wise
of high
words.
stress.
Wise
I'm
words.
going to write this down so that way you can have it written as well as verbally communicate it. Your memories have been altered. A great fiendish energy was in your city and is the root cause of some of the problems. I can tell that you tried very hard to protect your people and were manipulated via evil magics. So it is not something that you could have overcome yourself. So don't feel bad. We are still investigating and getting to the bottom of this, and there has been an encounter. You cannot let anyone go into the jeweler's shop. You cannot let anyone interact with that person, and you should refrain from accepting guests. Weary travelers are one thing, but no people should be opening shops and setting up into your town until further notice.
I understand. I can't believe I've been fooled. Yes. I thought there was something strange, now that I think about it, of that person. I'll make sure to keep everyone away from that. We'll bring our guards to inspect to make sure there's no trace of whomever you speak of, whatever their name was. And I'll be more wary of those who wish to enter into our walls, at least for the time being.
Correct. Perhaps form a council.
Right, yes.
Is better in numbers and with wiser heads prevail. So let's to not cause a stir or to more commotion. My companions and I are going to depart the city, though, or your town, and head to Roncalli or Somerville, and we have reinforcements that will come and help aid and secure your town.
Oh, thank the Nine. Oh, you've done us such a good service rooting out this evil. I knew that Aldrich would hire those who would truly serve us and help us. Thank you, Fractal Centaurum. Thank you for all that you do.
Ulrich is a caring man, and I can tell that you also are a caring elder, and we will do our best to honor your sacrifice and make sure that your towns are safe. And as I'm saying this, I'm sitting there like at his table and like scribbling a note, and I'm writing down like some of the things that he like forgot, or his memory like was scrambled, like that he pushed back against the evil people, that he found out that it was he was sowing distrust, sort of just so that we'd like help him realize that like he was a good mayor, because I don't want him to feel bad that like he let this evil into his town. He should have been a little bit more scrutinizing, but I'm just trying to also, sort of be like the good cop and document it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Got it. Thank you. And he goes back and look over the documentations and just begins reading it over. All right. Is there anything you wish to do before you leave the city?
I don't have like anything else to like give him. No. I will be safe. Actually, my pouch of emergency allows me to cast Greater Restoration, and I will say, just in case there are any lingering vile darkness, let me please try and cleanse you. And I'll pull out my emergency pouch, open the satchel, reach in, and like almost like a glob of sunlight, like a bright, like glowing dew, and I'll like flick it at him like a holy water, like a priest. You know what I mean? And this like Greater Restoration will wash over him as I'll try and, in case there's any like residual evil on him.
Sure. You go ahead and cast your spells. She just sprinkles on the face, like, ah! And then it kind of hits. He goes, oh, what? Oh, that was cold. That was, as he buckles over slightly, and his breathing becomes labored, until he goes, I'm fine. I remember it all. Yes, that strange gentleman, he smelt of sulfur and brimstone. Fire, he has a dark presence. He cursed several of the townspeople, giving them strange trinkets. I tried to destroy them. And he choked me with his mind. He is a creature, a devil.
I'm gonna be like, sir, calm down. Calm down. You're correct. You are correct. Do nothing.
Okay.
If you want to aid us and the reinforcements from the Citadel that are coming, start to collect a catalog of the items you recall your villagers that he provided them, and give that list to the reinforcements that arrive. Can you do that?
Yes, I can. I will. Oh, by the 9. Thank you again. Please, if there's... And he goes rummaging through his things, and he pulls out 3 red vials after, like, he just throws swords and bottles on the ground. Here we go. Please, take these. They're healing potions. They should be able to help you in a pinch. It's the least I can do. As you can put down that you have 3 greater healing potions.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you.
Love that for us.
All right. With that, we have to make our exit.
Yes. May the 9 be on your guide and carry your backs.
As with you. May the 9 guide you as well. May the 9 light your path. I don't know what the retort is.
As you all leave, closing the door behind you, and your plan is to fly up and head towards one of the towns, but you mount your wyverns with the destination in mind, fly up, leaving this cursed city and Radaman behind you, hopefully finding more answers to these questions that keep appearing. And that is where we will end tonight's session.
Woo! Oh my god, so much drama today.
Oh man.
So much drama, my goodness.
Just all in that drama zone.
Yes. Well, thank you so much to everyone for coming. Thank you so much for everyone for joining us. We hope you enjoyed this fantastic chapter of Descent into the Void Campaign 2. As always, you can catch AtaleD20s at www.atale20s.com and all of our socials at AtaleD20s, and of course on YouTube if you want to see everything if you wish to catch up. But before we go, like we like to do at the end of every session, let's go through our socials, stars, and wishes. Let's start off this time with Declan.
Socials. I'm over on Twitter. still on fire, X, whatever you want to call it. You can check me out at Dova Queen. I don't post a whole much like there anymore because whatever. But if you want to see what I'm working on, you can check out D8 Dungeon. That's what our socials are. We got a new show. We also got a new show coming out soon. Like there's still work, but soon. Stars and Wishes. Ugh. I'll do my wishes first because that's easier. I wish to drive my double-bladed scimitar into Radaman's head. That's my wish for next session. I don't even know this guy, but I want revenge. I don't like him. He's ick, and he made me feel ick. So I'm gonna do something stupid and stab him in the head. That's my wish for next session. Stars. This is not because like Zendaric did the whole cool like prompting the elder to get stuff, but then Ink, Eliana, and all that like common sense stuff. God. Okay, only for the fact that I know that Travis, you have 2 in like the bank. I'm gonna give it because Inks was cool too. I like the way Ink spoke to Eliana, so I'm gonna give my stars to Rachel.
Thank you.
Very awesome. Well, thank you so much again, Declan. Yes, please check out Declan's everything because everything's amazing. They won an awards, of course. Yes, it's fantastic. But yes, so that is 1 vote over to Rachel/Ink, and just to answer that, maybe. I mean, Radaman's pretty big baddie, so we'll see. we shall see. All right, and next up, Rachel, your social stars and wishes, please.
Yes. Thank you so much, Omar, for another wonderful session today. Please follow me on the various socials. My handle is I am Rachel Quirky, or follow me right here on Twitch as I'm gathering up my abilities to hop on as a variety streamer again, because what else are you gonna do? So follow me, twitch.tv/I am Rachel Quirky. For my star, I realized it's what I wanted to give as soon as it happened. I have to pass it to Dullahan for the scimitar moment. I think it was a really whip smart, really inspired way to communicate with someone who is clearly not listening to anyone or anything. Like bringing up like a little bit of like physical awakeness was just, I thought it was so good. For the RP, for the decision, for the development of the story, 10 out of 10 on that. And my wish is the same as I want Radaman stabbed in the head. It was really difficult today. Ink really wanted to go fight that bitch. Ink was like, maybe we're strong. Maybe we'll get him. So it was very weird to see Ink go kind of full circle of like, don't just rush in there to like, should we rush in there? Should we do that? But like together as a unit. So that's my wish. Radaman's head on a pike.
Awesome.
With a lot of stabs in it. A lot of stabs in that face.
I hate Radaman too. I mean, do I? I mean, it would be like hating myself since I create a character. No. Yeah, he's a bad guy though. Or they're a bad guy, yeah.
He's a bad, nasty, naughty boy.
Oh yeah. But that's 1 for Declan. Alrighty. So, yes, please follow Rachel. I will be watching you when you start up again because I'll be hopping up in there because I love watching you.
Yeah, and I just gotta figure out a time that works best for my new sketch.
Yeah, and also the Insta. I saw your last song. Love it. I love you playing your ukulele. So.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, Instagram has been really fun. Been really exploring music, both listening to it and making it.
Fantastic. Yeah, so please check them out. And last but certainly not least, Zendaric, Travis, your social star and wishes, please.
Well, thanks to you, I was able to make it onto Blue Sky, so you can find me, Zendaric, at Blue Sky, social, whatever it is. I am still on X at OMG It's Travi, so you can catch me there sometimes. And also here on A Tale of D20's Descent into the Void. And my star and wish. So I thought that there were some really good things that came through, and I was sort of struggling too. But I guess ultimately, I'm gonna give it to Rachel. I feel like dealing with Eliara and all of that was really super crazy, and then some of the other stuff that happened later on today, sort of backing up, was really cool. So I was glad to have that. So. Yeah, and then my wish. I mean, I also want to attack Radaman, but I feel like seeing him plaster bodies on our school 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks, ago in game was I'm still not strong enough. I feel a little more powerful after a few battles, but not quite devil battles. So I want to uncover what his evil schemes are and foil them. So now piecing together that we can hex break. That's what I was sort of getting at, is that we were able to hex break his Shard of Greed and he was pissed. So I feel I want to break all of his toys. I want to break all his fucking Shards of Greed. You know what I mean? That's what I want to do. Piss him off.
Awesome. Alrighty. So yes, welcome to the Blue Sky. So I can't wait to see all the social media stuff that you post up on there. And also, I know we're taking a little break from Radiant Citadel, but soon we're revamping it and recreating it, correct? For a brand new adventure. I can't wait. But stay tuned for more info on that as well. So by my count, it sounds like everyone's wish is that we hate Radaman and want him to die. Well, we'll have to see how the story goes. But by my count, I believe that is 2 for Rachel. So Rachel, you have the inspiration. So ever add a little star to your thing, and you can use that. You get up to 2, but they don't expire. Also, Declan, you have achieved a milestone in your destiny, as you now discovered that you are a dragon slayer. Maybe it has something to do with dragons. This whole campaign is about dragons, so we'll see. So go ahead and give yourself inspiration for that as well, because as in Advanced Level Up 5th Edition, as the players get to their get to their destinies, they will get inspiration and it will develop more. As you now know, he is on the next section, finding out what kind of slayer he is, and we'll find out what bonuses that gives him next time. But yes, you have that. So my meta moment, I will say, is I would say put back your way back when caps, especially those who fought against Radin before. You want to watch them episodes in season 1, maybe. There's something here. There's pieces of the puzzle that are lying there, and I cannot wait for you to see how it all unfurls against this whole story of Tiamat, Radaman, and these afflicted and all that, what have you. But more for that to come. So, like I said before, you catch everything at TLD20s at www.atld20s.com. The music that you heard today were original TLD20s, as well as Jan Rosa, amazing and emotional soundtrack, and Dark Fantasy Studios. Our sponsors, Fantasy Grounds and Advanced Level Up 5th Edition. Please check them out as well. Amazing. And you can hit a little link below, because we are affiliates and we'll get credit for that, and that'll be great. And of course, give us a follow, give us a subscribe if you really love us, and you can also check out all the videos at youtube.com/@atld20s. So, from the first chapter to the last page, be kind to one another, spread love, and we will see you all next time. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye. Baby Winter.
Bye-bye now.